audience as a person?
To the people, my name is Antonio Tyser, also known as Tonio Tony.
Okay.
Barber, businessman, caterer, former educator, did a little reality television.
Get the out of him.
Did
you hear what he just said?
Yes, but please
Did you hear what he just said?
Please don't.
He didn't know.
Yes.
Don't touch me because you will get up.
Please don't hit him.
You will get
This is a man's world. This is a man's world. But it wouldn't be nothing without a woman out there. Man made the electrolyte to take us out of the dark. Man made the boat for the water, like Noah made the ark. This is a man's world. But it wouldn't be nothing without a woman out there.
It's your boy Naughty G.
It's your boy King Rob.
Yeah.
We want to welcome y'all back to another edition of Men Cheat Codes.
Yes, sir.
As always, man, I think all of our guests are special guests, and for good reason. I don't know about you. What you think? I think every guest we done had this far has
Very
given,
unique for this season. Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Like got some shit going on.
Yeah,
and
hell
something
yeah.
and got like a story to tell.
Yeah, that's why I'm so excited for this season, because it's like been real different.
Yeah.
Like before we was just, figuring it out, but now it's like, yo, what the fuck going on?
Yeah. So and here's another one, right? So
Yes, sir.
we got my good friend, my brother, my real life brother. Like I really love this man. Tonio. You know what I'm saying? As the brand is called.
Yeah.
Man, Tonio, bro, it's good to have you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for
Yes,
having
sir.
me.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. We're excited to have you, man. We're excited to get into it with you, man, today about a lot of different topics. Before we do, though, man, go ahead, let them know.
Give us a brief about who you is as a person.
To the people, my name is Antonio Tyser, also known as Tonio Tony.
Okay.
Barber, businessman, caterer, former educator, did a little reality television, did a couple marches, Million Man March, led a march, Indie Calvin Justice with Racism. All around cool, fun guy, overall, like, not too much about me, just a little something.
Yeah.
Say it again.
College graduate.
Right.
Master program dropout.
That's all good.
Yeah, it's all good.
School, you can only go as far as you want to go.
Right, for sure.
When
yeah.
I was done, I was done.
Right, I feel you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Man, well, with that being said, I truly don't know where to start, man. There's so many places I could start because, like I say, this man is truly like a brother to me. So I guess we can start there. How did you and I meet? And where are we, like, right now with our relationship?
I think it was, 2015, 16? Yeah, 2015.
15-ish.
And it was actually before you even started going to NIU, because it was through social media prior to me as a barber, promoting business. And, and the barber relationship turned into
A friendship.
Right. Literally the first person that he met in DeKalb.
Oh, okay.
Literally,
okay.
the first person he met in
You
DeKalb.
always run into somebody, though. That's crazy.
The first person he met in DeKalb.
Yeah.
And it was kind of smooth, like I said, because it was through social media first.
Right.
With me being a barber.
Right.
With me being a student, a former student at NIU.
Right.
And knowing the town and stuff. So it was easy for him to communicate with somebody that knew the grounds already.
Yeah, and was a raw ass barber, to this day, and that's part of what I want to talk about. Maybe later on in the show today, just your barbering career, because I've seen the growth from where you were when I met you and where you at now, and it's been phenomenal. But before we get there, back in 2015, man, I've always wanted to kind of. Cause I think we've talked about it a few times, but like it means a lot to me, man, to have met somebody, and if you have been the first person I meet coming to a college campus for the first time like that, a four-year university, a first-generation college student, not knowing nothing about college, you know what I'm saying, and meeting somebody that's genuine and that ultimately was not only talented, right, as a barber, that's how we linked, but then was genuine enough to be a real friend and a real brother and a real, like, guy. You know what I'm saying? You really helped me figure out my way, not only through the Cal but college, and you was there for all of it. You know what I'm saying? The good and the bad, like the good and the bad. Like I'm telling you, like sleeping in my car and like the worst of the worst shit. Like bro was there for me, man, and held it down for me. So. You know, from one brother to another, bro, like, thank you, man.
Nope. I mean, you feel me? I feel like if a vibe is there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if there's a mutual respect and the love connection of just friendships, period, like when you feel that something is worth paying attention to or giving your energy to, do it, because you never know, like, when somebody gonna need that type of brotherhood, friendship, or whatever it is that come with, you know, that comes with whatever the type of relationship it may be.
Right.
So you made it easy for me to be like that.
Right.
You feel me? Because we connected it. You know, we clicked real easy. So
For sure.
it wasn't even I felt like I was going out of my way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, this just the bond, it's just the connection. It is what it is.
So who older?
Me.
You? Oh, so you like a
couple
big,
months though.
big brother vibe type shit? Nah,
Kinda, yeah, kinda. He gives me way more advice than I give him. He keeps me more corrected in life than I keep him corrected in life. So I give him. He's more.
Not
like
that I don't
Okay.
need correction in life.
and I give it to him.
Right.
You know
Not
what I'm
that I don't
saying?
need
And
it.
we
It's just
talk.
not as
brotherly,
much.
you know,
Right.
iron sharpens iron, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But who like slightly a little bit more mature, who will look at life a little bit better. I
I'll give it.
gotta take that.
Okay, for sure.
And then because I think another thing too, and it's not even just with Rob,
Right.
like with a lot of my guy friends, because I am different, you know what I'm saying? There's a different perspective that I can bring to the table when it comes to certain situations.
Right.
That you're, how do I say it without, you know, that the more common, you know, homie gonna say or do.
I get what you're saying.
You know,
yeah,
so
for sure.
and this ain't even a gloat, but I know that that's one of the things that I bring to the table when it comes to a lot of my guy friends, especially.
Okay.
And that's probably why I do have the close connections that I do have with a lot of my male friends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That are not of the LGBT community. That's probably the reason why, because I do bring a perspective and I do bring a different, you know, different type of feel to
unbiased type shit. Yeah,
Right,
okay.
right, yeah.
Okay.
Do you think the world values that in the way it should?
No, they don't. They don't. And they don't, but also, like, I understand why, too. You know, a lot of people are in their head, you know, when it comes to, like, what they would be looked at as, or what somebody would think of them. And, you know, and I get it. You are you. You want the best image that you can have of you, no matter what.
Right.
But you miss out on real relationships.
Right.
You miss out on opportunities that could be everlasting.
Yep.
You know, like if it's real, it's real. Trust me, a lot of people do have hidden agendas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that like every person out here that's, you know, that's gay, bisexual, whatever it is that they are, some of them don't move with an agenda. I'm not saying that at all.
Okay.
But you know when a vibe is real, when a connection is not is not faulty.
For sure.
Like you know what's genuine.
Yeah.
And to completely block somebody out of a genuine experience because of their sexuality is you gonna miss out. Not
Right,
me.
yeah. So can I ask you, why do people care so much about what people like? You know, nowadays they care too much about what this person doing. Oh, I can't fuck with them because of that or certain shit. Why is it like that though?
It's been like that, forever, since the beginning of time. Like, sexuality is nobody's business, but people make it their business. You know, who I choose to lay down with and do whatever it is that I do, that's my personal business. But for some reason, the media, social life, tradition in the community, the black community especially, is looked down upon. You know, so it's a lot of different reasons for why people, you know, choose to make that such an issue.
Right.
You know, and I mean, it's unfortunate that it's like that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, but you know, when you got a backbone like me, I don't care about none of that.
For sure.
You know, like it's either you gonna rock with me or you not.
Right.
And if you don't, then hey.
I understand.
And that's dope as hell. And I
Yeah,
think it takes a lot of self-development and a lot of brain power in some instance to be able to come to that type of understanding for yourself and rock with yourself and say, I'm one of billions of people
Right.
in terms of like, this is how I look at it, bro. That's dope as hell because you have the ultimate confidence in yourself, bro.
Right.
And I think,
and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Nah, go ahead.
But and also like that's not to say that it wasn't times
That, yeah.
you know where I wasn't as confident. Even me speaking out about this now publicly, you know what I'm saying? Like this is not something that I just do.
Right.
I even told him before we even did this, like I said, anything to do with my sexuality, don't bring it up. But I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was a don't bring it up only because I was too busy thinking about the outside public. So it's not I'm not perfect at this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not perfect around that, but the inside of me really never, cared about it. Cared about what somebody had to say when it comes, as long as it's not false. Say whatever you want to say, as long as it's not false.
Right.
Okay.
But as long as I've known you though, bro, you don't, and it's, you, first of all, you don't come off in a way that's rude or offensive to anyone. Off top, you just don't. And if anybody says that you do, they're lying, period. So that's number one. Number two, you've always been you. No matter where you go, who you with, you are you.
Right,
and I
for
think
sure.
that's what a lot of people really, really love and appreciate and adore about you, that you. And not only that, but then when people really take the time to really like
sit down, have a drink, and talk.
Man.
Like it's and that's with anybody. You know what I'm saying? That's also with anybody. Like I get my shell may say one thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My shell may walk into a room and somebody may think I'm whatever it is that they're gonna make up about just the outside appearance and how I move and how I do things. But you don't know me until you sit down and have a talk, have a conversation, pour me my damn wine, you know what I'm saying, and bring up them topics and discussions that, that makes the room, spin around. Like that makes the conversation start going. And if you don't have that moment with me and you're resistant from that moment just because of the shell, then that's your loss. Like I said, I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm fucking President Antonio Tyser or nothing like that.
No, I like
but
that.
I do know my worth and my value as a human being,
for sure,
as a man, as a friend, as a, you know what I'm saying? Like I know my value. So if anybody chooses to push that value away for their own things that they have in their head about me or what they think about me, then that's their loss.
For sure. Well, let's speak on your value then about your college degree. Okay. What you graduated?
So I started NIU in 2010 and I graduated in 2014. I did exactly 4 years, which meant that didn't mean that I had straight A's and passed every class, but I grinded.
Today's world, accelerated.
I didn't have any summers off. I did all summer school. 18 credit hours, 20 credit hours per semester. Like I wanted to make sure that I did 4 years. And there's nothing wrong with anybody that exceeds that, to get their degree. I know somebody that took 9 years to get their bachelor's degree. Your journey is your journey. Yeah, your journey is your journey.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was just persistent and I really wanted to be done in 4.
Right.
So I got my degree in English.
Okay.
Don't ask me to type of paper now because it was a skill at the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I graduated with an English degree. Went into education.
Okay. English teacher?
No, resource and intensive.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
So I had students that had like IEPs. Some behavioral issues. Some with autism. I had regular ed, special needs. It's students with IEPs, individual educational plans.
Okay. So what did you do though? Like, were you like teaching them a curriculum, or was it just like behavioral?
So my job was. So some students have paraprofessionals, and those are the people that come around, check on them in classes, make sure that they're doing their work. Giving them the extra help that they need.
Right.
So essentially, I was like a paraprofessional / teacher because it wasn't just coming to another teacher's classroom. I would have a group. You know what I'm saying? And they would have a period.
Right.
Where they would come to me, and in that 45 minutes, I'm helping them with these specific subjects. So it wasn't every subject, but it was specific subjects that I had to sharpen skills on so that I'm able to be the help that they need.
For sure. Okay. So after that, where did you go from being a teacher?
Okay. So I taught at 3 different schools.
Okay.
One school was a year-round school. It was the Northwest Center for Autism.
Okay.
But I was only there for 2 months. I graduated Saturday and started work Monday.
Damn.
So
you weren't playing.
that was the first school that I taught at the Northwest Center for Autism. Then I stopped there in August to go into Huntley Middle School, which is in DeKalb, and I had 8th graders there.
Okay.
So I left Huntley Middle School and went to a more so like an adult center for autism. So it wasn't children here.
Right.
You know, there were adults.
Yeah.
And the funny thing, I got fired from that job. I had never been fired from a job a day in my life, and I've worked since I've been 14 years old.
Damn.
Never been without a job. Never been fired either.
Right.
So I got fired from that job, and when I got fired, I was under all the stress. Mind you, I got fired. It wasn't even 3 months. It was during my probationary period. Damn. Long story short, I argued with the nurse because the nurse wasn't giving them their medicine, and all the behavioral activity falls on me.
Right.
When they don't get their medicine, they mad. They want to throw
Right,
chairs.
yeah.
They want to fight.
Yeah.
It falls on me.
Right.
And so by me being new, and they've been running this school the way that they've been running it for so long, who am I to tell you to give them their medicine? That was the ordeal.
Okay.
And they fired me the day before Thanksgiving, tried to run my holiday. Imagine it was a week later. So they let me work a whole week and then fire me.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
That's crazy.
Okay, that's that
crazy.
story. But I was always cutting hair.
Even in college too?
Yeah, I cut hair.
Damn.
It was always a side job. It
Right.
was always a side job. I've had multiple jobs while in college as well. But haircutting was never primary. It was just something that I would do in the dorms or cut out of my bathroom for people that I knew and a couple people that knew that I cut hair.
Right.
You know, it was a side job. But when I graduated from college, I moved out of college housing and got my own place.
Okay.
Got a brand new car, you know, notes, bills, rent. You know what I'm saying? So I was living and rushing into that adult lifestyle because I knew I didn't want to move back to Chicago.
Right.
So when I got fired, haircutting was the only thing that I had left. Because no school is gonna just take you in the middle of the school year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm looking for teaching jobs. I substituted here and there, you know, and I substituted here in Rockford. I've substituted in Malta. I've substituted in a lot of different places.
What school out here in Rockford?
Guilford.
Oh yeah, I went to Guilford.
Yeah.
I got kicked out though. Yeah,
cool.
my freshman year.
So I've substituted at Guilford before.
You need any students you want to shout out?
I don't know them. I was a substitute. I was a substitute. I didn't know none of them. But I substituted for a while and cut hair. Substituted and cut hair.
Okay.
Substitutes get paid at that time $99 a day. So I was trying to do it as much as possible. But cutting hair was always that place where I didn't have to answer to or for a higher power.
Right. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I got clients that I have to be there to provide the service
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I set my schedule, I set my time, I set my rates.
Right.
You know, I'm in control of this.
Yeah.
And getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning when I'm a night owl wasn't cutting it anyway.
Yeah.
I was tired of doing that anyway.
Yeah.
So being fired turned into a blessing. Because that's when I was able to see my income as a full-time barber and realize this is the amount of money that I didn't even know I can make. That's still keeping the roof over my head.
Right.
That's still keeping the lights on. Still paying a car note. I need to take this more serious.
Right.
And I actually like doing it. And I'm a social person, so I'm meeting new people.
Right, yeah.
You know, I'm communicating, building different relationships. So it was definitely an opportunity that I took head on.
Right.
You know, I didn't go to barber school.
No?
You know, no, I'm self-taught.
Damn.
I've been cutting since I was 18 years old. I started with my little brother. He was a little kid messing his hair up, but it wasn't that bad. So I'm like, oh, this is something I could do.
Right.
So, like I say, went in the dorms, they see me line my hair up in the bathroom, and they want me to line them up.
Right.
You know, so it turned into, like I said, a side job that I didn't know or ever thought would be Barber
What it is.
Antonio.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't look like no damn barber. I went to Barner Brothers hair show in Atlanta, and all that's there is stylists and barbers and different people that do all different type of cosmetic things.
Yeah.
And so my friend, it was me, my best friend, and her husband. her husband, big dude, beard. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know,
Right.
like got the barber image.
Yeah, yeah.
And me, I'm, you know, dressed like this and
Yep.
walking around and everything like
Right.
that. They come talking to him, and he was like, "No, this is my barber right here." The dude, look. He a barber? Literally.
Right,
like,
right.
it was like, damn. So I didn't know that a
Right.
barber had a look, but that's what made me think about it. I don't look like an average
yeah,
barber. Like,
yeah,
if I
yeah.
walk down the street, that's not what you're going to think I do.
Right.
You know, but I like that.
Yeah.
You know, and I like I love what I do.
Right.
For sure.
So-
and we could tell through your art, man,
Yeah,
because
hell
you are
yeah.
very, very, very,
Thank
very
you.
talented.
Yeah.
But speaking more to that, bro, because I feel like you found something in barbering that's I wouldn't call it like a calling, but I think it's something that's like close to a calling, if not just a fucking calling, because I feel like you are extremely talented, bro. Like extremely, extremely talented. And not only are you talented, but you've gotten to a level of it in life to where you are able to use your talent to really create a lifestyle and a way of life for yourself. And I think that's part of what we're trying to do and
Yeah, for
build.
sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And I think that's what all entrepreneurs are trying to do, and most people fail at it. So for you to be able to turn your talent into how you get paid
Yeah.
and what pays your bills, and you setting your own schedule, bro, like
Yeah.
that's a true, real fucking blessing. So
And you know what? To speak to go into what you just said, that's what I love about being your own boss and creating your own lane. When you start and create your own lane, you're able to build with endless building on top of wherever you already are.
I got
Right.
you.
So like it's different when like, okay, you're a teacher. Okay, maybe I want to be the principal next. Okay, I'm the principal.
yeah.
Maybe I want to
Yeah.
be the superintendent next.
Right.
Yeah.
Then maybe I want to be the district over, you know,
Right.
all schools in the United States. Boom.
Right.
That's the cap.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But when you're an entrepreneur, there is no cap.
Right, okay.
It's just build on top of build.
Right.
Okay, I can own one shop. I can own two.
Right.
I can own three. Oh, I can turn this shop into a club and a bar. Like it's so
Right.
many. It's
Right.
branches.
Right.
It's endless branches that you
Right.
can have when your own
Yeah,
boss.
yeah.
You know, and that's what I love about the spirit of entrepreneurship.
Right.
Because it's not an idea that, because I'm not where I want to be. Nowhere near. And I'm slacking a little bit, like as far as like expediting,
Right.
you know, where it is that I want to be, like,
Yeah.
but I'm not on the wrong path.
Right, definitely.
You know
Not
what
at
I'm
all.
saying?
Right.
And
Not at all.
I'm not gonna force or rush it.
Yeah.
Because that's when things can get a little, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Off course.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Let me ask you this though. Have you, like, because you being an entrepreneur and doing your barber business and stuff like that, was there any like self-doubt at any point? Like, because you know some kids, like for instance,
Yeah. There's self-doubt when I compare myself to other people.
oh, so you compare your work to other work, or
Where they are, you know, in their careers.
Right.
You know, like I've been blessed to have a group of friends that I went to high school with and we went to college together. You know what I'm saying? Like I was blessed to have a group of friends where we are all very skilled
Right.
in something. And we have a get up and go, you know, about ourselves. We have a drive,
Right.
And all of us are doing well. You know, they're married, kids. You know, I'm the only one that's not, but it's
Right.
okay. But I had a surrounding
Right.
that told me this is what you're doing and what you're doing is right. And you have encouraging people around you that's also doing well. So you have a good example of what it is to, you know, to
Yeah,
succeed
do,
yeah.
and do do something with
Right.
yourself.
Somewhat
sure.
of a blueprint.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
So when I look at them and then I see, oh, one of them got a PhD now. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
yeah.
and then my friend Bria, she got her hair business and owned a venue. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and I'm looking at it like, Jig, am I moving too slow?
Right,
You know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But then she see what I got going on and love it.
Oh,
you know what
man,
I'm saying?
yeah.
And love it for where I'm at and where it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this and that's the only time where I ever felt doubtful or that I'm not where I should be with it.
Right.
When I compare myself.
Yeah.
But I had to realize that this is my journey and my journey has its own pace.
Right.
And because I have my own pace, I can't compare to my homegirl Bria.
Right.
Bria gonna do her thing
Yeah.
and Bria gonna be raw at what she do.
Yeah.
And it's not, I don't do hair. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, okay.
Like real, and you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I can't compare myself, and that's what I had to teach myself.
That's an absolute gem in what you just
Yeah,
said.
for sure.
That's an absolute gem.
For sure.
And it's so important that people really understand that, because I'll never go as far as to say I know, right? Because the world and the universe is so big, it's always room for any possibility. But I strongly believe that with humans and with society today, a lot of us fall into that trap of comparison, and it feels so natural and right, because it's like, how else can we really tell if I'm where I need to be?
And
So
and
it's
that's
like,
the key. What
it's
you
a
just
fine
said
line.
too. Some people don't have example.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like some people may know what it is that they want to do,
Yeah.
but they don't have an example. So who's their example now?
Exactly.
Cardi B.
Yeah,
The people you see on TV.
Right.
You know, like they don't have real life examples next to them.
Yeah.
So they try to strive to be what they see,
Right.
you know, publicly,
Right.
opposed to having an intimate relationship or a friendship, you
Right.
know, that you can call on this person, you know, and vent and talk and get advice from.
Right,
I
for
think,
sure.
I think it's a little deeper than that, though. I think it's like on the surface, it may seem and look like, oh, they just want to be like these people because they don't have examples, and I think that's definitely a part of it. But I think what the real issue is that like we looking for some sort of acceptance, like, and not the acceptance as in like, oh, accept me, but acceptance in terms of like, for instance, like, okay, like if I'm a little black girl, right? I'm gonna use a black boy because I'm a boy. If I'm a little black boy, right? And if let's say for instance I got 5 homies that I kick it with, like we all live in the same building with each other, or we grew up in the same neighborhood, and there's 5 of us, right? And we go to school together, whatever. And if out of the 4 of these boys, they all like to listen to drill music, and I like to listen to gospel, at some point, I'm gonna kind of conform and maybe pick up on that drill music, right? So I think a lot of the time it's more so of that type of like acceptance that we fall into, and we need, and it goes back to the comparison thing, because if he looking at himself and saying, I like gospel, let me just stick to my gospel, right? He's comparing himself to these other boys. Why am I different than my homies?
Yeah.
So he might be more willing and susceptible to.
Yeah, I had a question that correlates with that though. With you, is like, how did you find your friends, or how did y'all run into each other? Because it's hard to find like a group, like how you was saying. Like if I'm surrounded by these homeboys that, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I want to answer your question, but I want to have an Antonio and Rob moment real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we disagree on a lot of topics.
Okay,
and
okay,
agree,
okay,
and
yeah.
We go back.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
Okay.
With the part where you said, if he has friends that continuously listens to drill music, then
Right.
eventually he will.
I said he may be more susceptible to
Drill.
drill.
I don't think I agree with that.
No.
Because that's to the individual type of thing. Like if I'm in an environment where there are so many different things happening around me, I don't want to be looked at as the person that may be more vulnerable or fall into that place just because it's around me. Because if my mind is strong-willed, or if my mind is in a place where I know this is what I like, can't nobody make me or shift my mind to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just had this conversation with you, even when it comes to sexuality. If you are not straight, can't nobody, I mean, if you are straight, can't nobody make you be gay.
Right.
No matter if you were in the motherfucking gay pride parade
right.
where all the rainbows flying
yeah.
high.
Yeah, that
you
makes
know what
sense,
I'm
yeah.
saying? Can't nobody make you do that.
Right.
Even if, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
there are.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that what you're saying is wrong, but what I'm saying is that it's to the individual.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I think that's a more individual concept more than it is general.
What you think?
So I think both of y'all right in a way. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's some kids that is strong-willed, and there is some kids that, well, my guy's doing it, I'ma do it.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think it's both sides.
Very common. It's very common.
Yeah.
But I'm here for the little people.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
I'm here for the people that I know that there are a lot of people
Right.
that stand firm on what they
Right, yeah.
believe and
For
think.
sure, yeah.
And I agree on that 1,000%. I feel like he and I are like that. I feel like you are like that. I feel like
Right, for sure.
a lot of our guests we bring on, especially like he said in season 2, have been like that. that. Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm standing on this right
Yeah,
here.
for sure. And like I said, it's been where I grow up from, it's a lot of, I don't want to say weak-minded kids because, you know, I don't want to
That's
call
what I was
nobody
gonna
weak.
go with it, like,
but it is
but
like
the
kids that's
majority-
It's a generational
yeah,
thing.
Yeah,
the majority
yeah.
though, like it's
it's
a
like
lot more of these than these.
they go with
Yeah.
they go with the flow instead of standing
Yeah,
out.
instead of-
you know,
exactly.
because a lot of people
We
could
live
like
in a trendy society.
Yeah, that's what it is. Trends, yeah.
What trends
Yeah,
is
for
what
sure.
it is.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? The moral compass is at 0.
Right.
You know, like
Yeah.
it doesn't even turn.
I think they're taking the easy way out at this point in
Yeah.
time in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But I do want to answer what you said. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I had to go off course for a little bit.
I love that.
But
Yep.
where did I find we all, like I said, we all went to high school together, and it kind of just and we're strong, and we're a strong group of friends.
Right.
When I say my friend Bria, our mamas hang out now.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that was something that they didn't do. We done went to high school together, college together, church together, march together, work together.
Right.
We done did all these different damn things
Yeah.
together, lived in a dorm together. And now all of a sudden y'all want to hang out when we 30 years old. Like they just became like it was just like it happened. It just happened
Right.
naturally. When you, especially we were teenagers, we were 14 years old, and when you in high school, you look to find your group.
Right, yeah.
You look to find your
For sure.
core. You look to find.
Yeah.
Especially with me, who accept me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mentioned it earlier. It's all about
Yeah.
acceptance.
Yeah. So who accept me?
That's why I said, well, how you find your group.
And my girls accepted me.
So you
Yeah.
disagree with me, but we'll go back to
No,
it.
no,
Oh,
but
yeah.
but it's a double. It's a double sided
I definitely know. I agree
Yeah.
with you.
Okay.
I just said that there are individuals.
Yeah,
There's
for sure.
The individual
For
ain't
sure.
gonna be wave.
For sure. You ever heard of like
But that's a special quality.
you know,
that-
Yeah.
but you know how they be like every like it's crazy, but every hood got like a church boy, geek boy.
Yeah, I didn't grow
nerd,
up. Look, I didn't
like
grow
that.
up in
like y'all both right. You know what I'm saying?
I'm from
you know what I'm saying?
54th and Peoria, Motown. That's why I was born and
Motown.
raised.
Right.
But I don't, you feel me?
Right,
I ain't about that.
Right,
you know what
yeah,
I'm
for
saying?
sure, for
but
sure.
that don't take away that
Yeah,
from that's
like-
where I'm from.
Like, you know how they said the hood guys used to be like, man, just go home, bruh. Just go home. Because they know, like, you know what I'm saying? It's all, every hood got a few of those, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so y'all both right, though.
Yeah.
100%,
That's why I say I don't know, because both of y'all, you know, saying the right
See,
shit.
and we
you
need
know what I'm
that.
saying?
We need this around because we'll go all night.
On my soul.
We'll go all night.
I promise
But
you.
it's not, it never gets, and that's another thing I love about him too, because it never gets disrespectful.
Right, no, yeah,
we
hell
never
no.
get angry
Yeah,
or
yeah.
wanna,
No grudges,
you know what
hell,
I'm saying?
ain't
Even,
nothing.
Right.
even if you not gonna change your opinion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not gonna change. It don't never go.
Yeah.
It never
Over the
go
top.
go
Right.
far.
Yeah, that's how me and him is too, though.
Yeah,
They'll never get
Yeah,
disrespectful.
yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I hold respect for everybody.
Yeah, for sure. Because
I hold
this how I
respect.
look at it. If we eating at the table together, bruh,
Yeah.
nigga, we can't. I don't think you'll kill me. I ain't gonna. You know what I'm saying?
But
I don't
even
think that's
deeper
right.
than that, though, I just think as human beings, as living beings, as motherfuckers who all on this earth going through something.
Yeah.
Like, we going through something.
For sure.
I just gotta hold some type of respect for you because if you alive and
Right.
if you breathing on this earth and if you living in this same 2023 I'm living in, I know you're going through something, so I'm gonna hold
Right.
some type of respect for you at the foundation of it. Yeah, so man, again, we want to thank y'all for joining us for another edition of Men Cheat Codes. I
Yes,
don't
sir.
think we said it in the beginning. If we did, we're gonna say it again. Make sure you guys like, subscribe,
Comment,
share
share to your friends.
share.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever really mentioned this either, too, though.
Oh yeah, no. Let him shout out his social media because you know you might have people that want to,
Oh, okay.
hit you
So
up.
Instagram, Twitter, Tony Tony, TONI_O_TONI. Facebook, Tony Aaron Tyser.
Okay, for sure.
Give me cussing nothing at all.
There you go. Give me cussing nothing. Hey man, go find him. Go find his work. I damn near want to pull his page up.
Yeah, matter of fact, you
my
could send us
phone.
some of your work. We probably
Okay.
could plug it into the episode.
I'll do.
Actually, yeah,
Will
yeah,
do.
man,
For sure.
look.
Will do.
Hey, speaking to that, man, you just reminded me of a question I wanted to ask you about that, and then I'm gonna get back to what I wanted to tell y'all before we jump back to the other question. But when it comes to your business, what's your radius like in terms like? Because if say for instance you got somebody in Genoa that want their haircut, or you got somebody
how far I'm willing to travel?
in Rockford, would you call it? Like, what's
I've kind of moved away from being a traveling barber. I used to do it, but it's not really my thing.
Why
to
is
do
that?
I like to be stationary. I like to be in a comfortable environment. Sometimes when you travel to people's houses, the heat too high, the lights is not good. You know, like it's some kids running around.
Right.
You know, so I do pop-up shops.
Okay.
You know, like if it's a pop-up shop where I know that where I've had a nice list of clientele that's gonna show up,
right,
then I'll do that. But I don't do any traveling.
Okay.
Well, like he said, he doesn't travel. That's good information to know. So for any of y'all who may have been interested, he does not travel. So if you would like to have your haircut or other,
give me your social media one more time so they can hit you up.
That's Tony O'Tony, TONI_O_TONI. And I'm saying, like, if the penny is pretty enough, you know, if the penny is pretty enough, I might reconsider. But as of now, I like to work out of my studio.
Okay,
absolutely. Okay, so with that being said, as well, follow us on those same apps. Facebook, we are at Me and Cheat Codes. It's all one word, no underscores or nothing like that. Me and Cheat Codes on Facebook. On Instagram, it is the same thing, Me and Cheat Codes.
Yeah, and on Twitter.
Yeah, and the same thing on Twitter, Me and Cheat Codes, no underscores, no periods, nothing like that, just all one word. And men is spelled MEN, not MAN. It was a couple of people that was having trouble finding us, and they were spelling it wrong. So MEN, men, plural, not the singular. So follow us on all of those things. It's really appreciated. It helps us grow.
For sure.
And it helps us continue to create better content. With that being said, Tonio, let's bring it back, man. I wanted to take a step back, and I wanted to ask you about your childhood. And before I ask you about the childhood, it's the reason why I want to ask. The reason why I want to ask about the childhood is because I feel like that's a really critical stage in human development, and it's one of those stages that most of us get a chance to actually live out, right? Like some of us die in our 20s, some of us die in our 90s, but most of us who live long enough get a childhood, right? So it's something that most people can like connect on, right? I'm not 70, so I can't really connect on what it's like to be 70, but I can connect on what it's like to be 12. Or, you know, like something like that.
For sure.
So that's why I want to ask about it, because I think it's critically important, and I think it helps a lot of people make connections and understand themselves a little bit better, and it helps people maybe feel like what they thinking and what they going through or what they went through is not so bad because, like, you know what I'm saying?
Antonio did it.
Right, or went through it or whatever it may be. So I want you to kind of expand on it a little bit. If it becomes emotional, let it be emotional. If it becomes funny, let it be funny. If it becomes whatever, let it just be that. But give it's an opportunity for you to kind of like vent and get some of that inner child in you out, and let that person talk and express themselves a little bit as we all got inside of us and that wants to express themselves. So it's a chance to do that. But it's also a chance to maybe help somebody out there who really is 12 or 13 or whatever.
Right.
Like that.
Okay, so let me put this little plug in there real fast, since this is the topic. So I'm writing a book.
Oh, word?
Yes, I'm writing a book. I won't disclose the title yet.
Okay.
Because even though I feel very concrete about it, over time it might change.
Right, for sure.
I'm 90% that it's gonna stay the same.
Okay.
But just to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
But I'm writing a book, and this book is about my life with some creative, elements to it that didn't happen. But that's just to save, or preserve a lot of, reality from being the world's business. I'm really telling what I want to be told.
Right, for sure.
But in that that's the section that I'm on right now. That's the chapter that I'm literally writing right now. Is the childhood piece.
Okay.
So my mother was young. She was pregnant with me at 14. But you couldn't tell me that because my mama wasn't no different than any other strong black
Right.
woman that was in their 20s or 30s.
With
Right.
kids,
You know, having their kids.
had
'Cause
to make it happen.
I couldn't tell that my mama was,
Right.
a teenager.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A young teenager. I couldn't
Right.
tell that. My father also was a teenager. He was a couple years older than my mother, but he was still a teenager nonetheless.
Right.
And
You
like I said,
you're the only child. Sorry about that. You
no, I'm the oldest.
Oldest?
I better
Okay.
be.
Oh, okay.
If you at 14, it better not be none before that.
Okay.
But, I'm the oldest, but I have a brother.
Okay.
Born in 99, and I have a sister born in 97.
Okay.
But yeah, so
Grew up in the same household.
yeah, we all grew up together, same mama, same daddy.
Damn, that's good though.
And I grew up in an environment where I knew that I was loved
Right.
by my family. I mean, when I say family, I'm talking about aunties, cousins, grandmothers, great grandma. I grew up with knowing that. But just because I grew up with knowing that did not mean that I didn't have to face a lot of struggles when it came to wanting to be that grandson, son, brother, whatever it was
Right.
that other people thought or seen, that I was, or assumed that I was, or whatever the case may be.
So you saying that you were loved, but your family showed love to certain people differently than how they showed
No,
love
what
to
I'm
you?
saying is that let's say that somebody, well, you grew up with both your parents in the household. You grew up, that don't mean shit.
Right.
Because it could have been toxic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand
it
what you're
could have been terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, my grandma and everybody loved me, but that don't mean that I'm not dealing with shit myself.
Okay.
Right.
You know what I'm
right.
saying? So that's what I mean by that.
Okay.
But that was the foundation that I needed, knowing that I didn't appreciate till I was older, was knowing that these people's gonna love me regardless, whether I was trying to hide certain aspects about me,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, or you know what I'm saying, feeling like I'm doing it wrong and not wanting to not please, these people that care so much about me.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, I grew up in Chicago on the South Side. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't too far different from the stories that we hear.
Right.
You know what I'm
Like
saying?
my story. It's my story.
Yeah, it wasn't too far different from the stories here. It's always something that everybody from Chicago or from certain areas can
Right.
relate to
Yeah.
and understand
Like,
and talk about. I had that. I had the cliche Chicago childhood,
Right.
but I also was not just a black male, but I was a black male struggling with sexuality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a whole nother beast. And I knew it since I was a child, because of situations and circumstances that took place when I was younger.
Right.
So I knew it for a very long time.
How young?
6, 7.
Really?
Yeah, that's crazy because my cousin's son just said the same thing, like 6, 7. Nobody understood like how at that young age, but he just said the same thing though.
And
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's a reason behind every season.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's a reason for every season, and and some things are traumatic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a lot of people don't speak on them until they're comfortable, and some
Right.
may never speak on them and go straight to the grave. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the world will beat them up. The world will judge them. The world will make them feel like they scum of the earth when
Right.
some people didn't even ask for this.
Right.
Some people that in the beginning of my book, in the preface, I talk about how children are sponges. They pick up on all types of behaviors, things that we say around them, things that they hear, things that's on TV. They're sponges. They absorb all of that.
Right.
But everything that they absorb ain't ABCs and 1, 2, 3s
Right.
and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying,
Yep.
and rainbows and sunshine.
Yep.
They absorb a lot of trauma. They absorb a lot of things that they should not have seen, heard. You know what I'm saying? So that's part of the reason why so many people grow up with different anxiety issues, with post-traumatic stress disorder. PTSD. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
That's one of the reasons why, because they have a lot of stuff that they've seen and never talked about, never got counseling through, never had the family or friends where they could go to.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Community.
Especially at that time, because I could talk about it now, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm
But 20
not-
years ago, when you 13, 14, do you think it's a different conversation back then than it is now?
Yeah, it's definitely a different conversation because when you are not in control of your life, you're a child
Right.
at 13, 14 still. No matter how grown we may have thought we wanted to be or was, we were still a child. We wasn't in control of our lives.
Yeah.
And so when you're not in control of your lives, you have one goal, and that's to do right. You know what I'm saying? Go to school, don't lie, clean up the house,
what they tell
whatever
me.
it
Right,
is.
yeah.
That's the goal at that age. It
Right.
wasn't. It's the word freedom wasn't all the way there.
Right, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
'Cause you
you're
still
right.
have to listen.
Yeah.
You still have authority. So yeah, it's very different. Now I have freedom, you know, to talk about what I want to talk about and do
Right.
what I want to do.
How do you feel about the LGBTQ community in terms of its growth? Because
I like how you had to pause and make sure you said it
Yeah,
right.
said it.
LGB.
No, I do the same shit.
Nah, just out of respect, just truly,
Yeah,
truly,
I
truly
don't
out
want-
of respect.
yeah.
I don't want to butcher nothing because I really respect it how it should be respected.
And I'm a different brand. You know what I'm saying when it comes to the LGBTQ.
Yo, why I ain't gonna cap. A lot of people like be saying that too. What y'all mean by that?
I don't care. Like not saying I don't care about the people.
Right.
I do care about the people.
Right.
But I don't care to make that my forefront.
Oh, okay,
Like,
okay.
I don't go to gay clubs.
Right, yeah, that's-
I don't
yeah,
do
I swear.
I don't do gay pride
Yeah.
parades. Never been to one a day in my life.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't do a lot of the cliche
Right,
you know,
okay.
gay things. You
Right.
know, I don't do that. I just never I don't even have no gay friends.
Yo, this one though I used to work with.
I
say
got
the
people I'm
same
cool.
thing,
I got
though.
people that I have been cool with.
Yeah.
But when I speak on friends,
Right.
like people that I know I could call, talk to
Yeah.
about, I don't have those.
Yeah, cause the dude I used to work with, gay, he was like, I don't fuck with that gay shit. I was like kind of confused. I was like, huh? He's like, I don't go to gay parades. I don't do none of
Yeah.
that. I never understood that. But
Yeah,
damn.
I've just never been that type. Like
do
all my
you
guy
think-
friends are straight. All of my homegirls are straight. If I come across, you know what I'm saying, somebody that's gay and they cool, hey, we cool.
Right, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I've never been the gravitational
Right.
gay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Do you think you are unique in that respect, or do you think it's more of a part of a newer
Shit.
generation?
Based off what he said, I guess not.
Yeah, no,
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you think it's more
Because I
of
wouldn't
a
know because I don't hang
generational thing?
around them.
Right, yeah,
You know
that's
what
what
I'm saying?
bro,
So
I swear to God, I work with dude. I was like, man, you gotta, cause he wasn't aggressive, like with his, I don't judge nobody. I don't care. I could talk to
Yeah.
anybody really,
Right.
but when you get a little too aggressive and shit, now I gotta check you a little bit. He was like, no, I ain't on that. I just think you handsome. I ain't with that gay shit. And I was like, the fuck
wait,
you mean
what?
by that? Yeah, I was confused.
He's
but
funny.
Yeah.
The
Right.
dude you're talking about, he's funny.
Yeah, I'm glad, but that's
he's
kind of
funny.
But when I was in Atlanta, oh man, I was walking in Atlanta one time. I was younger, bro. It was me, Johnny, and my friend Docket. I took my shirt off downtown. This when the Underground Mall was still popping, and they was aggressive. Fuck, they was like, so I'm over there chilling. I'm like, I point out. I'm like, bro, look at them niggas. They point at woo. These niggas gonna say, "Hey, Burgundy." They call me Burgundy, bro.
They good for a nickname. They good for a nickname.
I swear, bro. That's why but I never judge. But that shit was funny though.
Funny as
Yeah,
hell,
like
man.
I'm proud of who I am.
Right.
I do suppress a lot of things when it
Yeah.
comes to my sexuality, but I've learned to accept that this is how I am.
Right.
And I have the ultimate control of what I want and choose to do
Right.
with my life when it comes to that
Right.
that part of it.
Right.
Can
so,
you,
oh, my bad. So you was in college. You was in college doing your degree, cutting hair. Did you have a boyfriend or anything? Was it kind of because it's kind of hard to balance all that?
I don't date.
No.
I've been. I'm saying everything. So you beat me to the punch.
But is that good?
I've been celibate
For a lot
since
of
July
years.
17th, 2012.
But is that
lot
good
is.
though? because for the
It's
mental.
good. It's good.
July
but I'm
17th,
still
2012.
It's good. Yeah, it's good,
'Cause you
but
could-
I'm still a human being and a
Yeah.
grown ass man.
Right.
So naturally, as men, you know what I'm saying. You want to do things sexually.
Right.
That's a natural trait of the male species, not just human.
Can you tell the women that, bro? Because
It's the truth.
women don't understand.
Yeah.
that.
Did I talk to you about this? The
Nah.
comparison to animals. Okay. So
Women
like.
don't understand that. It's truly in our
So hold on,
biology.
don't let us say it.
So
let him say it.
So
Then they really gon'
so naturally, the male species want to engage in sexual activity. We are sexually driven.
Right.
Male species. Notice I didn't just say human.
Right.
The
Right.
male species.
Right.
What the fuck do the peacocks do? They run right up to the damn girl peacock and start dancing and
Yeah,
get her
yeah,
attention.
yeah.
Same with the lions. Same with, every
Right.
male species
Yeah.
has a sexual element about them. It just comes natural. See, we don't have to carry 9 months. I just heard this
Right.
in somebody else's podcast recently. We don't have to carry 9 months.
Right.
We can have 100 kids in a week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they have to wait.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They have to wait 9 months before they can reproduce again.
Right.
But before they can get pregnant.
Right, yeah, for
to
sure.
start the reproduction
Yeah.
process.
Right.
Which means that it's even
Longer than 9 months.
We
yeah.
could do that shit. We can have 3 kids in one day.
I could have-
some people more.
Yeah.
Depending on
Yeah.
how crazy you could go.
Yeah, for sure.
Some people more. But yeah, so despite my sexuality, I'm still a nigga. I'm still a.
Nah,
I'm
no,
still
you
a-
good, you
I
good.
know we can
Yeah,
say
no,
nigga,
you
even
good,
though
no,
we
you
curse,
good, no,
okay?
you
Yeah,
good.
I'm still a nigga. So it's like I want to do things, but I learned to have a discipline.
Right.
I started fucking when I was 12. You know what I'm saying? Like I started very early. I'm letting it out today. I don't get no
Yeah, I
fuck.
started early too.
So I started early. By the time that I was 16, I had 34 bodies. You see what I'm saying?
Wait.
He was
You had-
macking and hanging.
Wait, what's 34 divided by 4? What's the math on? That's like 5 a year? Something like that?
34 divided by 4. Oh, the 4 years that I was doing it. That's somewhere around there,
That's,
7,
that's
6.
about 5. Yeah,
That's not
5.
bad though.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
I was English, not math. I don't know
Yeah, it
the
ain't that
exact
bad.
number.
But that is bad when you
it's
say
bad
you're
when you're
16.
12. I was 12.
Right, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
And a lot
It
of
is
those,
bad when you start young. Yeah.
and it was a lot of grown people that I was.
Yeah.
I was a hot boy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I met a lot of people on the internet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The party line. Black Planet, MySpace. I met a lot of
The
different.
party line is that when you call
The Chicago Mama
yeah,
Roach.
yeah.
That's what I used to be on. So I met a lot of
Okay.
people early on in my life
Right.
doing a lot of different things
Right.
way earlier than what I should have. And that's also another topic too, actually. But I want to finish this one. That was one of my downfalls. You know what I'm saying? That I didn't realize until I was older, which is what sparked my celibacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people may judge me for this, but the last person that I had sex with, I planned to have sex with that person because I knew it was going to be my last time. So I didn't care about their feelings. I didn't care.
That's an honor, though. Like,
Yeah, but they didn't know that.
but that's an honor that they should know.
Because it's almost like some people look at it, well, you.
Yeah.
You know? Some people look like
I plan to have you.
but I didn't care about their
Yeah,
feelings.
yeah,
I didn't care if they
'cause he
liked
knew
me.
it was his
I
last
knew that.
time.
I knew that it was over after this.
Yeah. But they probably
You know,
was like, shit, we
yeah,
gonna probably
yeah,
make something. You know
yeah.
what I'm
But
saying?
still, to make me though your last one, that says a
That
lot.
could be an honor.
That is an
It could
honor,
be an
but at
honor.
the same
Cool.
time, you probably like on the other end, they probably like, oh yeah, I'm
damn.
finna make something happen. We
Right.
should probably get together.
Yeah,
This,
yeah. I
that.
didn't care about none of that.
And he
I
like,
knew
hell
that.
no,
I knew
nigga.
that was it.
Yeah.
You know, so that's
Yeah.
why some people say I was bogus for it, but I was like, I was out for me in that moment.
Right.
You know, and I knew that it was gonna be the last time, and it was. Now I don't have the traditional celibacy. You're not about to tell me that I can't, get none off at all.
Right,
You're not about
right,
to tell
right.
me that.
Right, I feel
Because
you.
I can.
Right.
I'm just not gonna do it sexually. I'm not gonna have sex to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not traditional.
Right.
But I feel like I gotta have a screw loose somewhere with this because
Right.
I'll damn near go crazy. Because like I said,
Man,
Yeah, you-
at the end of the day.
You feel me?
So hold on,
At the end of
so
the
that what he just
At the end
said
of the
was niggas need to get that shit off,
Yeah,
or they gonna go
right.
crazy.
Or they
No,
gonna- or they
I
gonna
know
go
that's
live.
serious. That's serious.
Damn.
Like, and it's like I say, it's still a discipline for me to not even have sex.
Right.
That's already in
Right.
its own. Now you telling me that I can't get one off?
Right? Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
But I think men who will sit back and listen to this episode and be like, yeah, like you also need to hear what he also said,
Yeah, for sure.
as well, in terms of the
discipline he have.
that he have to do it in a certain way at a certain time with a
Right.
certain mindset, right? He not just like, yeah, I just got to get it off whenever, with whoever. Like, no, like,
Yeah.
you like, especially for men who are committed in relationships or men who want to be committed in relationships or whatever. Like, it's all about discipline, man. And you
Life
ain't
is
gotta-
about
For
discipline.
sure.
yeah, you ain't gotta be out here chasing 10 booties, man. You can have one booty and y'all get on the same page.
Yeah,
And that's what friends are for. You could talk
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, for
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? You could talk to your friends about
For
the
sure.
booty that you wanted to get.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
what the conversation and having somebody close,
Right,
you
for
know,
sure.
that's what they're for.
That's exactly
Because
right.
even if you marry, I'm not trying to hear because you got married, you all of a sudden lost sexual desire.
yeah. Let's speak on that a little
Like
bit.
that's sick to think.
That ain't that fucked up?
No, it's sick to think
But,
because
speak on it.
it's like if you, yeah, I committed my relationship faithfulness in life in that aspect
Right.
to you, amongst other things. But we're
Right.
just talking about the sexual piece.
Yeah.
Like I committed all of this to you. You don't control my mind to not think about how good she just looked or how good he just
Right.
looked.
Right.
You don't control that piece. That's still mine.
Right, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then when I hear that it be women that get mad at their husbands for watching porn and
Right.
getting off one from watching porn,
Yeah.
be happy that he did that.
Right.
Because it's very easy for him to go get it for real.
Seriously.
Be happy that he did that. It's like you
Yo.
found a reason to complain about something
Yeah.
that's not even something to complain about.
Right,
it's cool.
right.
He's a man.
Right.
He's a sexual being.
Right. I
Yeah.
feel you on that.
Do you
Yeah.
think, and it might be hard for any of us to say because we're not women, right? But do you think women have the same type of like built-in type of
Sex drive.
Yeah.
I think they have a switch. Not switch. I think that they have moments. I feel like women can get like that.
Like whole moments.
yeah.
That's what they call them?
Yeah, whole phases.
Yeah,
Yeah, whole
I feel like
phases. Yeah.
I feel like women have they moments where they just gotta let it out.
Right.
I do feel
That's
like
what
they
I-
have
that's
to
what
let
I
it
mean.
out.
Like what you mean by
Ours
that?
is more.
how men are. Like,
I know.
gotta get this
I feel
shit
like
out,
ours. I feel like ours is more continuous. I think we think about sex a lot. You know, like
Right.
even if you know what I'm saying, it's something that we just seen on Instagram real quick.
Right, for sure.
Yeah, I think that women don't think about sex as often, but I also feel like when they thinking about it, it's there. Like it is stamped. It's locked in. It's
So where the
embroidered.
whole phase, like what makes the
Hold
whole
on.
phase a whole phase?
Hold on.
No, he talking some real shit. I need to
know, 'cause I
understand
got
because
a
I want to.
question.
Yeah, I'm trying to listen
And like you said, I'm not a woman, but I have a lot of female friends.
Right.
Hey, my
I'm
mind
like,
learning right
hold on,
now.
So
Shit.
he got a question about the whole phase. You want to remember your question?
Yeah, no, go ahead, go with your question. I'm gonna remember
Okay.
my shit.
So as
I'm learning, goddamn.
As men, how can we pinpoint when it's on and when it ain't on in their minds?
I mean, I don't know because I don't talk to them.
What you mean?
Like I don't like that would be different because I don't talk to females on that level.
Oh, okay.
So
okay,
I
okay.
can't. I'm not in that position to say I can pinpoint when it's doing this
Yeah.
because you would have to be talking to a
Right,
female
right.
to know that part.
I think when they
I hang around females, so I know that they freaky as hell. I know that
For
part
sure.
because I hang
Right.
with them.
For sure.
I don't gotta talk to them in a special way to
For
know
sure.
that they like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be something that
The man got to pick up on
with
his woman.
yeah.
I ain't
This
gonna cap.
person.
Nowadays, I don't be picking up, bro. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers, I done seen women flirt with a nigga. They gave niggas all type of little hints and shit. And then when a nigga do it, they be like, damn, I was just we friend, bruh. Yeah, that's why I don't deal with it, bruh. I don't deal with it.
Nobody
Bruh.
has time to play like that.
Yeah, I don't deal
like,
with it.
We grown. Like I don't like that. If you gonna go there and you gonna make me feel like we can go there,
yeah.
keep going. Don't
Yeah.
don't play with me like that.
People be knowing
Yeah, that's why I don't.
Yeah, the people know what the fuck they be
That's
doing.
why I stay to myself, bruh.
Don't play like that.
Yeah, I stay to myself. No, but I was asking because I'm, you know, this shit. But he speaking got me like intrigued. I'm really trying to learn some shit. So when you say like the whole phase and shit, right? Like, what makes a woman get to that? Or you don't know.
I don't know the answer to that, but I can just say, like, it's like, think about addiction. And think about how you crave something. You know what I'm saying? And when you've deprived yourself of anything that you love, because women love dick, like we could just say that. You know what I'm saying? They do. Like, but they may do it, do it differently than how guys do it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, they do. So when you deprive, and when I say deprive, I mean being faithful to only one person. When you've deprived yourself from all the endless possibilities that you could have had, once you open that door, you know what I'm saying? You want it. You want to feed that. You want to get it out in this season, because you want to leave it in that season. Okay. You don't want that to be your life. You want that to be that moment, that phase. You want it to be that phase.
That makes perfect fucking sense. Because after a breakup, I went through a similar situation like that, to where this is a moment, and I really did everything. And when it was over, it stayed there. That guy never returned.
I don't need that. I don't need.
He never returned.
I like that. I like that. I
moved past. I lived it, and I moved past it. He still can come out.
He can. Oh yeah.
Right,
he
still
for sure.
hit me, but like I'm not that.
And
guy.
I think that's how whole phases work with women. I truly feel like that's how it is. Like. And I've seen it firsthand. You know what I'm saying? With some female friends. Not none of my cores.
Right.
Not none of my cores. But I've seen it with different female friends that I've had. Like they go crazy.
Right. How crazy though? You see some crazy shit, like some crazy shit.
That's definitely another podcast.
Yeah, I don't need no images in my head.
That's definitely.
I done seen. I ain't gonna cap. I done seen some shit.
Absolutely.
You feel me? And that's just from a nigga point of view.
I done been through some shit, bro.
And that's just from my nigga point of view.
And from one nigga's point of view.
Lord have mercy.
So I get that 100%, man. But let's go ahead and switch it up a little bit.
Let's switch it up.
Right now, man, I wanted to ask you this question, bro, and I know your answer, and it might be a stupid question to you, because if anybody know Tonio, then they're gonna know the answer to this question. But
don't play with her.
I'm finna play with her.
Don't play with her. See, I already knew what it was. I already knew what it was before he even went there.
I'm not gonna be disrespectful. It's a good question.
Okay.
It's a good question. Okay. If Sierra and Chris Brown had a dance off, who would win?
Huh? I don't know.
I'm asking this question.
Chris Brown, because of power, and he has a strong, dominant male type of dance presence. But I would say Sierra in versatility, because Sierra's a woman, so she can be very sensual, sensual dances. She's very flexible. You know, I ain't never seen Chris Brown bust no split out. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him do flips. That's why I said Chris Brown first.
I seen that Take You Down video.
Hear that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, and very sensual. And I've seen Sierra literally robot tick and do the Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So she got both that masculine and feminine element of dance. Where Chris Brown is very acrobatic. I'm not gonna take I ain't even gonna play like that.
Yeah. Okay.
So let it be a tie. Cause you pointed out you were going back and forth.
Sierra. Fuck you talking about? Sierra. Fuck you talking about? You ain't finna try to play in my face about my girl. You really
that was a good one though.
That was a good one.
That was a good one though. That was real good.
It wasn't no bad, because I usually get on his ass.
Yeah, comment below which one, because that's a good one though.
I like that you gave a cameo in this podcast. I was gonna throw in there somewhere, but I ain't even need to do it. You did it for me. I appreciate that.
My girl out.
Go see Color Purple. She at the end.
I was just.
Oh, you watched it? Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
No, I was just gonna ask.
Did you watch it yet?
I haven't, but how was it without telling us? But how was it?
It was a great musical.
Really?
Yeah, I kept hearing this.
It was a great musical.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't like no.
If you don't like musicals, don't see it.
I don't like musicals.
All right, let's say that.
No, if you like musicals, go see it.
Color Purple 1, Color Purple 2. Which one?
One.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. One is an actual movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying.
This movie started off singing.
Oh, damn. All right.
I'm
still gonna see it. I'm still gonna see it because it's black.
Like I said, it's a great musical.
Yeah.
I personally, I really liked it.
Yeah.
There was moments that I didn't like because I compared it to the original.
Yeah.
But it was good.
Okay.
But do
Okay.
you get the movie feel from it though? Like, is it a plot? Is it characters acting out scenes well?
Yeah, they
Is it a
act. It ain't
full-fledged-
singing. It ain't singing in the 2 hours and 21 minutes.
Oh, okay.
They talk and act. They
Right.
do all that. But you got to keep in mind, this is a play adaptation of The Color Purple.
Oh, okay.
You know, The Color Purple was also a play. It wasn't just a movie. It's
Right.
a book and it's a play and it's a movie.
Right.
So this is the play version put in movie form.
So
Okay,
was
okay.
it? So it wasn't like a sequel. It was like the same story being told, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the same story, same. Yeah.
Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Just the play version.
Okay.
Okay.
For sure.
Absolutely. What else? In movies and show, what you watching on TV these days?
No, hold on. Matter of fact, movie, TVs. Let's talk about your
reality.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Tell us how that came about.
Yo, yeah, no. Let's start from the jump. How the fuck did you get in there?
How did that come about?
Okay, so I have a really close friend of mine that I met in college.
Okay.
Her name is Nikki Thinneman. Nikki has a husband named Chris Thinneman. Chris is well known. He's played for the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh,
He's
okay.
from Louisville, Kentucky. And he knows a lot of people.
Right,
He
okay.
one of them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He don't play.
Right.
But yeah, he got a lot of connections to know a lot of people. So without having to talk about the people that
Right.
are the main
Yeah.
cast of
Yeah.
the show, because
Yeah.
they're Chris's people.
Right.
They were coming. If you know anything about the show 90 Day Fiancé, which comes on TLC, they date. They're engaged to someone that lives in another country, but they always come back home. And when they come back home, which is the U.S., you legally can only be engaged or married for 90 days. It was one or the other. Before you're now not a legal citizen or you're not legal here anymore.
Right.
Because when you get married to somebody that's out the country, you automatically become a citizen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So basically, they giving them 90 days to decide on if
Oh,
this is what we
right,
finna
right.
do.
Oh, yeah.
You're my fiance
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
90 days.
Right.
So it was time for that particular couple, I don't even want to say their name, that particular couple to come back from Thailand to America. But because the husband, which is from America, didn't have a place to stay, they had to live at my friend Nikki and her husband Chris's house. So my homegirl called me. She say, Tonio, why the camera people gonna be at our house? Blah, blah, blah. You wanna come? I said, Nikki. Now, you know damn well
Yeah.
I want to come.
Right. Yeah.
She bought my ticket.
Damn.
She bought my ticket and I went to L.A.
Yeah.
I went to L.A. at their nice, beautiful home. And I wasn't supposed to even be, I wasn't supposed to be nothing.
Right.
I was supposed to be in the cut, blurred face and all. But because I'm how I am, they didn't have a choice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But to put the camera this way. Because 90 Day Fiancé is a very white show.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
going to just put it
Yeah.
like that. It's a very white show.
Yeah.
I know it's other races out
Right,
there, but I
yeah.
said what I said.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a very white show. And TLC is one of those networks, you know, they have those type of shows
Yeah,
on there.
for sure.
You know, and so when they asked me to come and to walk around and, you know, act normal and do all of that, I'm looking at them like, this ain't about me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm regular. I'm not even supposed to be in the forefront of anything.
Right.
But it was a lot of stuff that they tried to get me to do that I didn't do. But I wanted to still be on camera, obviously. It's an
Right.
opportunity.
Like what
Yeah,
though?
for
What,
sure.
what they was?
They wanted me to go walk and talk with the girl from Thailand.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know her.
Yeah.
What I'm walking and talking with her
Right.
for. They already made us go to the grocery store together. You know, like
What episode is this so people can
This
finally
is
check it out?
2017. David
Oh,
and
okay.
Annie. That's their name.
David and Annie.
David
Okay.
and Annie. I just don't want to give them no plug.
I might go watch it just-
rock with them
just
they did
because you in it, bro.
They did some goofy stuff to
Right.
me, to my personal life.
Oh damn.
Like how I told Rob, I told him this too. Like when I was like, don't bring up nothing with my sexuality, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
He literally did it on purpose every time the camera was around. Imagine, we in the same house.
Right, yeah.
So the camera crew is coming early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So when the camera crew leaves at 11 at night, midnight, whatever time they end up leaving,
Yeah.
like we get to debrief. You know, like we
Yeah,
get
for
to sit
sure.
around and
Yeah,
talk,
yeah.
have our drink and, you know, do what we do. So before they even came there, I told them like, it ain't about me, so just don't bring up nothing. But because I was on his fiance's side when he was drunk and disrespecting her and doing all this bogus ass shit to her, he wanted to bring my sexuality up, knowing that was something that I told him not to do.
Yeah.
And what he did, the way he did it, was ultimate disrespect.
Right.
Yep.
It was ultimate disrespect
Right.
on camera, which TLC still played, which the world can still see.
Yeah.
If you Google my name right now, Antonio Tyson, so much bullshit is gonna come up about that they found and tried to put about me,
Right.
my personal life, because of what happened on that show.
Damn.
You know what I'm
Is
saying?
David a white dude?
Yes.
Yeah, the white people do that, man.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they
crazy.
internet fucked me.
Yeah.
They television fucked me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, it was never a real secret about my sexuality, but I don't sit up and talk about it. I got my mama and family, you know, watching this show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want this to be the topic. Like I
Right.
said, it's not even about me.
Yeah.
But they made it about me so much that they brought me back. I was on 3 episodes of the season, and then they brought me back for a reunion episode. And
So let's say it was bad what he did, but it also made you somebody popular for them to bring you back.
but not in the way that I wanted it.
Not in the, okay.
Not in the way that I wanted it. I didn't want to be talked about because of
Your
me
sexuality.
arguing with him on the show.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, because that's what it was. I
Right.
didn't want to be talked about because of that. You know, I was, like I said, I was fine from being in the background, but I wasn't finna be quiet while the camera crew there. Like, I'm still on vacation and seeing my friend.
Right.
So y'all not finna tell me to shut the fuck up.
Right, for sure.
You know,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna still talk and I'm still gonna be who I am, especially trying to defend and right something that's happening that's wrong.
Right.
You know, and so it turned into they sent a camera crew out to DeKalb so I could do the reunion. And then they did, the TLC network did some other show where they did top moments or different things that happened on the show, and then they had me do that. You know what I'm saying?
So
And ask
you
me how much I got paid.
You would never do it again?
No.
No.
I don't like, well, what you see on the internet about me, that's not something that I'm proud of.
Proud of. Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
not from the show,
Right.
But remember, like I just said, they
Brought
brought in personal,
shit
Yeah,
that
personal
had to
shit.
do with
Okay,
the show.
yeah.
I don't like for that to, that wasn't to be, it had nothing to do with the show,
Right.
But it's the fact that it got on there,
Yeah.
and for the world to see.
So how, like, you didn't get paid much for that?
I didn't get nothing.
Nothing.
I got $0, and that show was failing. The ratings were trash.
Damn.
That show was failing, and then that moment, Chicago come, you feel me, on TLC network and act a damn fool.
That's
Right.
how you got to that top
It
moment.
got
Right.
them. It got them some views.
Right.
My social media at that time was crazy. I had an offer from some white lady, I don't even know her name, from E! Network that wanted to try to do a pilot for me to have my own show.
Damn.
I prayed to God that night. I said, Lord, if this is something that I should do, let me know now. Give me a sign. I woke up the next morning and all that shit was on the internet. I said that was the sign that I needed. This is not for me. The next morning, I
Right.
woke up and that was on the internet. All of my personal,
Yeah.
not all of my personal, but that personal moment that I did not need the world to see
Right.
or know about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, that wasn't something that I needed.
So since it's out now, is you still like on the edge? Like if somebody gave you an opportunity right now,
It
you
would have
would?
to be right. It would have to be right. I think about it all the time. Like, it's this show right now out. It's called it's called Something Villains, TV Villains, and they got all the different villains from different reality shows. New York,
Yeah.
Tanisha from Bad Girls Club, like a whole bunch of different people, including a girl from 90 Day Fiancé.
Oh, word.
I'm like, damn. Like that, I could have actually did this,
Yeah, yeah.
and I would do a show like that because they play games and try to win
Right,
and win
yeah,
money.
yeah.
Like that's something that I would do.
Okay.
But I think that's under the rug now. Like nobody's talking about that no more.
Nah.
Like it's still on Hulu. You know, it's on Hulu now. But like I said, this is 2017. We're in 2023,
for
so
sure.
that was a while ago.
For sure.
Yeah.
Damn.
For sure.
No, that's dope though.
That is, man.
I've
So
been, no, low key, I've been trying to get on reality TV for a minute. I ain't gonna care. I've been signing the little, the little signing shit. You know, they make you sign the little
Contract.
application and some shit before. I've been trying to.
what you trying to do on reality
TV?
TV though, bro?
Man, anything, bro.
What
I'm
you
just trying to
mean?
get on there to show my personality and hope it sparks some shit. You feel
Yeah,
me?
and that's how it be too.
Yeah, for sure.
Cause when you on there, like I said, the woman from E hit me up.
Yeah.
E Network. That's a whole nother station.
Yeah, for sure.
John Legend wife. I said something on the show, and and it was just something that I said to insult him, and I was mad at the same time because of what he did.
Right.
But it was funny. Like after you see it,
Yeah.
like it was funny. John Legend's wife has a wine cup with what I said on it.
Oh, for real?
Literally. And
Damn.
Literally. And it's what I said. I made that up in my head because I was mad and said it out loud.
Like a turtle something.
Yeah. It was something.
for real?
She literally has a...
I was gonna say that too. That clip went viral.
Yeah,
Right?
for a Ninja Turtle Batman ass bitch.
That's what they
but
called
it
him.
makes sense when you see him. You'll see why I said that when you see him.
Yeah.
So that's why it was kind of a key. It was kind of funny. But she watched the show, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
She literally has a wine glass and she posted the wine glass. Like of her,
Right.
you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
drinking her wine out of it. And I'm like, that's so raw. And I
Right.
don't even know her.
Right.
I mean, and she don't even know me. You know what I'm saying?
So in moments like that, do you be feeling like
I like that. Yeah.
Like no, like you in your mind, do you think you're supposed to be bigger than just cutting hair?
Yes, I do. I hear it all the time. I do feel like it's a lot of things and a lot of qualities about me that are meant and could be meant for television in some capacity. I don't know what, you know, but I do feel like that. And like I said, when I pray and I got my sign, I listen to my sign.
Right.
And if the right opportunity come along, or if I think it's the right opportunity, I'm going to pray again and wait for that sign. And when that sign comes, if it's right, I'm going to move accordingly.
Right. I think he should start a YouTube channel, man.
Let me ask you this. I think you should start a lot of things, but let me ask you this because you speak a lot about prayer and stuff like that. Do you have a certain religion that you go to?
I'm Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in God. I believe in Him sacrificing His life
For sure.
for my sins. I'll say it loud. I'll say it proud. I'll say it to the masses. It's what got me through. It's literally what got me through every single situation where I didn't feel like I was going to be accepted into this crowd, this family, this group of people, whatever it is. God is what got me through.
For sure.
Can I ask you this? I don't mean any disrespect by it at all. But do you maybe sometimes think that it's you that got you through, or maybe it's like the God in you that got you through? Because I think that voice, like we was talking about it a little bit on the last episode in terms of, or the episode before, but just in terms of like that little voice that you hear in your head that tell you what's right, what's wrong, and you say you pray and then you wake up that next day, like, I don't know, like, I just have a hard time, like, and I'm on the fence about it, but I have a hard time like believing in like one guy and one set of rules and regulations and one thing, one belief system, like one theme of God, like Christian or this. I have a hard time believing in just one theme of it, but I do believe in some form of God. So my question is like, do you like, is it really like God is like I'm a Christian and God is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then if it is really like that with you, then like how can you tell anybody else, like a Jehovah's Witness, that they God ain't God, or a Muslim that Allah is not God, or a Buddhist that...
Well, God is in your heart, and God, that voice that you talked about, because you also said something about the God in you.
Yeah.
It's definitely the God in the God. That's how I look at it. It's Him in you.
Right.
That He's a part of your conscience. They say mind, body, and spirit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So He's in your mind too. Right. So when you hear that voice and when you feel that feeling that you know something is not right, and you know, and your moral compass is swirling and telling you to go in this direction, that's
God.
Him.
Absolutely, 100%.
That's Him.
I agree with you 100% on that one.
And He's omnipresent. He's not just in the sky as we all, you know, would picture Him.
Or was
you know
told.
or picture Him. Like He's not just in the sky. He's omnipresent. Yeah. So He has the ability. He's the creator of all. Every planet you see floating around, every star that you see as a ball of gas. He has control over so much. So yes, He does come in your head. Yes, He does gives you the right path or the right thing to say or do, or will show you signs. So although you may think it may be just your mind and your own moral compass being you, it's not you.
No, not even that. And I agree, and I'm happy you clarified that, but more so of like, actually like trying to put a theme on God, like because like
So
what you just
religion
said.
separates people. And God is not a God of separation. God is one that even if you don't believe in him, he still loves you. That's the
Absolutely.
God that I serve. Even if you don't believe in him, he's still going to bless you because you're still his child. It's just like a mother, you know what I'm saying? They got a badass fucking son,
Right.
murderer, whatever the fuck he may be. She didn't stop loving him.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And his love is on a whole nother level because look how much love he has to give.
Right, for sure.
You know, so it's like, no, he never stops. He never stops to cater to the people that just believe. He caters to all, and that's a true definition of what love is.
Can I ask you this? If it's okay. What do
Ask.
you think is like do you think is anything like beyond the universe? Do you think we'll ever truly be able like to figure out what or who God is? Like
No, and I don't think I need to, because I don't think we need to. Like because you said we, I don't think we need to because we'll never be able to understand it. We'll never be in a place where we can do it. You know what I'm saying? So, but what we know about him is sufficient. You know,
Think so?
I think so. I think what we know about him is sufficient, and we may, as nosy people, want to figure out everything, and curious people. You know what I'm saying? We may want to know there are things called mysteries of the faith, and those mysteries are mysteries for a reason. You know, if we knew so much, we take away the power of God. He got to know something for himself.
yeah.
It ain't for us to know.
Yeah.
It's not sacred if we know.
Yeah.
That was deep right there.
It
I
is.
ain't gonna cap.
So you saying live within the realm and within the limitations of
Of what he provided.
of which we find ourselves confined in.
Of what he provided. Of what he made accessible to
So,
us. Of
essentially-
what we allowed ourselves to get to know. He's not going to give us everything.
Right.
Life wouldn't be easy. I mean, life would be too easy if we were granted everything.
Right.
We gotta figure things out.
But when it comes to him, you don't figure that part out.
What is it that you want to know about him?
It's not even that like I want to know about him, and I don't want to veer off too much with this, but it was more so along the lines of just me having a hard time with picking religion. Like I think we all, in a general sense, you live long enough, you understand that there's something out here that's in more control than what we are as humans, right? As humans, anything that's more intelligent than us, that we're gonna classify it as, I don't want to say God, but as some sort of superior intelligence, which is another word for like God. If the way I see it, like if it's something that as humans we can't figure out, something that's way more, like you say, omnipresent than us, that knows and sees all things, like how else do you describe that as being God? So my thing was more so picking a religion and having a certain religion be my definition of God versus me just being more so understanding and aware that God is the universe and he's present.
And he's that too.
And he's a mystery, like you said. So I don't have to define him because he's such a mystery.
Right. Yeah, you don't have to categorize.
That's what I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to categorize God.
Do you think that's okay though?
Like I started with saying, categories make everything is a business.
For
Everything
sure.
is
For
a
sure.
business. You know, so you have to, churches also.
Right.
You know what
For
I'm
sure.
saying? There's a business element in church. You have to do things a certain way that fits certain people. Some churches don't have choirs at all. Some, you know what I'm saying? Like, but some churches will open up the floor for you to praise dance and create an element where we celebrate we celebrate God, we celebrate what he's done for us in different ways.
Right.
Some people church, we may walk in and be like, "Ooh, this is boring, this is dry. This is not what I know church to be."
Yeah.
Right.
But it's people in there that loves this. And coming to the church where we hoop and holler is too much for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think God allowed that to be that way. I think that he allowed it to be that way because he knows that he didn't create people that are the same.
Right.
He created people that are different. So he created different avenues for
people
us
to
to
get to him.
To get to him.
So like
there you go.
different religion
You
type
explained
shit.
that perfectly, bro.
Yeah, no, that was perfect.
That was perfect because that also explains my thing, and it makes me feel like, okay, I can fit in with the rest of the world and not necessarily like stamp my name and say I'm a believer.
This is
in
that, and this is the only way.
But I do feel the same like overwhelming power and control over my life and blessings over my life, just as any devout Christian would feel. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just wanted to make sure that like, and I think it's a lot of people, especially like in the younger generations coming up, that might really truly have a hard time like finding like a real religion. Like you don't find like a lot of young people these days who are like gun-ho churchgoers or
Right.
gun-ho. You find them, but they all in like they small tribes and stuff like that. But I don't think it's like
Nah, see, with me, I had learned because my family Christians and stuff like that. But I had learned like after like doing my little deep dives in every little religion, kind of.
yeah.
I just learned that we all saying the same thing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And we all saying the same thing. So I didn't want to just bind myself to Christianity. I don't got a religion. I just love because I might love a little bit about Christianity, Muslim, whatever.
But I want to say this, and it's not going against what you said.
Right.
But I do want to say this: people do have to be careful when they try to conform religion to what their beliefs,
Right, for sure. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Because there's still a discipline there.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's still a discipline there. There's still a way of life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's still a proper way that God wants us to be.
Right.
And we can't just conform our personal feelings and thoughts to fit a certain way.
Absolutely,
narrative,
because
you have to be careful with that.
That's the mind of a madman. That's somebody who tries to control their own reality, and you can't be that type of person because you will be in your own reality and you won't be in touch with the rest of the world.
Yeah.
So you can't do that at all. Absolutely.
That's how you get hurt, though.
But like my dad told me who's a Muslim, and I can't remember exactly what he told me, but he did mention that, religion is kind of what you said, is more so of the discipline of it all, more so than this is the right way to go. Like, people pick what they pick and they fit in, they get in where they fit in, right? But he was really expressing to me that like, no, son, it's more so the discipline of it all. You know what I'm saying? The way of living that I've chosen more so than anything else. Because he also believes that like my grandmother, his mom is a Christian and he's a Muslim. So, over the years they done had debates about this and that. And, he just like, he had to come to an understanding that like, neither one of us is wrong. We not wrong. Because like you said, like, we all kind of saying the same thing. We may say it a little differently or whatever, or have slightly different angles to it.
A little more sauce on it.
But at the end of the day, we all fucking God's children.
Yeah, for sure.
And
We all God's children.
One thing that God granted all of us as beings, and even Lucifer himself, was free will. I think people take for granted how important it is and how loving it is to give somebody free will. Because as much as he could control us, he could have made us robots.
Right, for sure.
Where we literally function in one way.
Right.
But he loved us enough to say, I'm not gonna be a dictator?
Right.
I'm not gonna do this.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create you. I'm going to introduce me to you,
Right.
and I'm still going to give you life to do whatever it is that you want to do, need to do, have to do. But I want you to know I'm giving you the opportunity to know me.
Right.
Right.
If you choose to still know me after this free will, that's on you.
And that's the fucking journey of life. That's the thing that we all... Like that's the story of all of our lives is that we all start off with that clean slate like that with him, and he let us go, and that's why it's so dope to me. Like I seen a Kevin Gates post the other day. He had posted a picture. It was like a picture of him and Fredo Santana.
Yeah, I seen that too.
It was like 2014 or something. He said, and he was mentioning like how he had just got out of jail, and Fredo Santana had just been on his mind recently. But on the caption as I was just speaking on, in that same caption, he had also said, "From Allah we all come, so to Allah we must all return." Mm-hmm. You know, and I think that's so real. Like, you know, Allah, God, Jehovah, whatever. But I think we all come from Him, and to Him we all shall return. So I think that's just really profound, and I think that's the thing with, like, it's not really like we shouldn't be divided, like, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to religions, or really divided when it comes to anything like race or whatever, like, you know, social class, none of that, because at the end of the day, like, if you got 2 eyes and 2 ears and you walk on 2 feet and you got a brain and you got a family that you love and you got a career or whatever, you just a human being breathing this air that I'm breathing. Like, we all are fucking equal, and we all should love, and we all should just be good people, bro, because
for sure.
It don't fucking matter what you believe. We all gonna go back to the same shit anyway.
And you would think that, like, that's so easy. You would think, like, damn, if we all just put ourselves aside and just love and be happy, the world would be a better place.
Right.
Yeah. That's a total fact.
Utopia.
But it's like people have really hard times being good to other people, and that's sad.
But why is that, though?
I don't know. I don't know.
Why is that?
It may be trauma in life, but think about that. It wouldn't be trauma if you were good. If people were doing good.
That's
like
true.
Right.
But I'm also, and I'm gonna contradict myself a little bit. Not even. I'll take that back. I'm a firm believer that you have to experience bad.
I think so too.
You have to.
Yeah.
Because if you experience only good, you will never appreciate when good comes. You would think it's normal.
Right.
You would think that's the way that it's
You think
supposed
it's
to be.
boring.
And when it
Right.
doesn't happen, you're angry.
You think it's boring.
You know what I'm saying? You're angry when you don't have $2 to go get a chips and a fucking juice.
Right.
Yep.
Cause you ain't never had $0 before.
Yep.
Have $0.
Yep.
Crave it.
Right.
So you can know what you need, and it builds character.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cause I like to say that black people are the most innovative beings in the
Absolutely.
human species, because we will make a way out of it anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
Nothing.
But have nothing sometimes, so your mind can start working towards getting something.
Right.
Yep.
Because when you get that something, you love it.
Yeah.
You're appreciative. You knew whatever it was that you needed to do to get that, you
sure.
have a different value for it because you worked to get it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you have to experience bad in order to appreciate good.
For sure.
Yep.
For sure.
How do you feel that is with the world that you live in now as an entrepreneur? Because we know you're a barber, but you also said a caterer. You were a teacher.
That's my newest business.
What else are you engaged in, entrepreneurially?
So my catering business, like I said, my haircutting business is giving me cuss to nothing at all. I don't know if you've seen the mask that I had.
I was just gonna say, you
my
do the
ski
mask.
I have ski
Yeah.
masks.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
have-
when you came in.
I have bonnets.
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
do-rags.
Yep.
Brushes.
Yep.
I have different things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm still building this brand. That's why I say, like, I stopped comparing myself, because I could have been did all of this,
Right.
but it's now. So I'm not about to dwell on what didn't happen.
Right.
Then.
But can
Yeah.
I speak on something real quick? Not to cut you off, but I want to just share a little bit. And I hope I'm not doing too much, but I just want to share a little bit about like the actual experience you get with his service. Like, so when you come to his shop, you know, he it is always well ventilated. So in the summertime, you're not gonna be too hot. In the wintertime, you're not gonna be too cold. You walk in, it's very inviting. It's very professional. He always got something on the TV for you to watch.
And I'm on time.
He's on time.
I'm an
and
on-time
he's-
barber.
and he is prompt. That's another thing about him. He don't play about his clients. He don't play about his clients, and he don't play about his time. But they go hand in hand. He don't play about the client's part, and he don't play about the time part. But it makes you not only appreciate him, but it also makes you appreciate what he does, because after you get out of his chair, You are so thankful that you was in this shit. I'm telling you, he's that cold, and I'm not like really like trying to brag or boast on him, but I just really want people to understand, like, fuck with him, man. Like,
that's why I said you got to send some of your work to Rob, and we'll throw it in the episode.
I will.
Cold barber. He do the designs. He do all the good shit, man. Like, he even do some of the shit that, like, I'm kind of making myself vulnerable right now at this particular moment, but. You know, so like with me, I had a whole situation with my hair to where it was thinning real bad and my hairline was receding real bad. And I went into the man's, lab and I came out a different person. So so he's real cold with all of those things, man. So if you got the problem I got with the thinning hair, hit him up. He can get you right. If you got just the 360s, man, he can get you right. If you want designs in your head with the colors and everything, he can get you right. If you got kids, you do kids, right?
I don't. I'm sorry.
You don't do kids.
Yeah, a lot of barbers
I'm
been saying that too, though.
I'm efficient on time, and with kids, time is unpredictable.
Yeah.
Okay.
They move, they do all type of stuff, and I like to be on point.
Yeah. Okay.
So I like to know who my client is and know that I have this amount of time to do it without saying, okay, we got to stop because he crying. So I'm sorry.
Yeah. And just so I think I already know this, but just so the world knows this as well, it's only cuts. You don't do like retwist or nothing, do you?
No, I stopped years ago.
Okay.
I strictly focus on cutting and beard maintenance. And, yeah, that's all.
What about the washing and shampoo? Like, what you do?
Oh yeah, I do all of that as long as I know beforehand. And then when you book your appointment, let me know what you get in beforehand. I know how to space that time out.
And with the rays and everything, all of that good shit.
All of that.
Okay, the white marker and everything.
Well, if that's what they want, that's what they get.
All right, bet. Well, yeah. So just
hold on. I got a tattoo on my head, right?
Me too.
For real? Mm-hmm. All right, so
manifest.
Yeah, I got like angels. I got 5 angels for my kids.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I was thinking like throwing some white behind, like make it stand out a little more.
Yeah, I do that. I've done that with clients. I've did designs in their hair, and then I have different color hair pencils.
Okay.
That I can like draw into the lines or make it pop out more or give it color that it didn't have before. Yeah, right. I've done that many a times.
Okay, bet.
Absolutely. All right. With that being said, man, let's.
He do everything. Goddamn it, shit.
Yeah, man. So drop your socials and everything, your handles, whatever information that you want people to contact you on. Drop it, and then we'll take a break.
Okay, like I said before, Tony TONI__TONI. Give me cussing nothing at all. You can Google it. Some of my work will come up. And yeah.
My brother in the building with us, Tonio.
Yeah.
And man, we just kicking game, chopping it up.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you for coming. You know what I'm saying? Like
Thank
I said,
for having me.
How you feeling so far, man? You fucking with the studio?
I feel good. I like what's happening. Like I just said, like I feel comfortable. You know, like of course it's different because we do this all the time. We talk about a lot of shit all the time, but it's a different element with the cameras, you know, around. But it's cool. I like it. I like it.
What you think about the studio? Like, what can?
It's dope. Yeah. I didn't know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? Coming from outside, I didn't know. Well, I knew what it looked like because of the internet. Right. But it's comfortable.
Oh, okay.
It's you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a comfort type of environment.
Yeah. For sure, man. We love to hear that, man.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. We definitely gonna like recreate the whole scene and stuff like that.
We looking to improve.
Yeah, we looking to improve, but for a start, this is what it is, you know what I'm saying?
I have these in my basement.
Oh, these right here?
Hustle, grind, and execute.
Yeah, I don't know what the other one.
Yeah,
I think it's over there on the
I have these. I have these in my studio where I cut hair.
Yeah,
we had asked our last
show. Yeah.
Who on here do you like really fuck with? Anybody? Any of these your favorites?
Let me see.
I see Whitney up there. I know you're gonna say.
Oh, what my homegirl?
She right there. Yeah, Whitney up there.
Oh, come on now. You already know.
Yeah.
My great auntie Whitney. I appreciate Kanye being a Chicago native and bringing in what he can contribute to the music industry.
Yeah.
Prince. Come on, Prince.
Ah, yeah.
Right there,
Prince is a y'all don't even know how as a producer and how many instruments he plays by hand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And him teaching his band what to play.
Oh, for real?
Yes, different instruments. He plays many instruments.
Yeah.
Very talented.
Yeah, I know he taught us. I know that.
Yeah. He taught them the strings and everything that he wanted in the sound.
Right.
Undeniably, my mother was a huge Tupac fan.
Okay.
So I grew up with Tupac being, you know what I'm saying, a
Right.
music pillar.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Cardi B is my cousin on another side of my family.
Yeah.
I don't know what. No, I'm not being for real. But that's how I like Cardi B, so I had to include her somewhere in there.
Right.
So-
Dave
for sure.
Chappelle, legend.
Definitely.
Comedic legend.
Right.
Yeah. It's some
What Dave Chappelle at?
right there.
Oh, I ain't even people.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, Cornel West running for 2024, y'all.
Really?
Yeah.
For president?
I didn't
Yeah,
even
for
know
president.
that. Really?
Yeah, why nobody know this, man?
I know
His
that
team
either.
needs to pipe it up.
Yeah, I know. That
His team
sucks,
definitely
huh?
needs to pipe it up.
Yeah,
because
for
that
sure.
needs to be heard.
Yeah, because I follow, like I said, all these people up here resonate with me some way, somehow, in some shape or form. Like I said, I don't fuck with LeBron, the basketball player, but as a man, the nigga is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? So I fuck with everybody on here, and I put them on this wall because, like I said,
I didn't even see LeBron. I'm sorry.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
the glare light. I didn't even see him in the corner.
Yeah.
Everybody on this wall give me a little bit of me.
Inspiration. Yeah, a little bit of you. Like,
yeah.
that's dope as
Like
hell.
Cardi B up there, I know people like, oh, she new and she be da da da, but she original. She not
Yeah, I
being
like
nobody
her.
else but
Yeah.
herself.
Yeah.
You know
She's
what I'm saying?
unapologetic.
Yep. So that's why she on there. You know what I mean?
So speaking on musicians and athletes, but mainly musicians, how do you feel like today's music is affecting people?
I honestly, you know, I'm an old school '90s R&B head. We can go to the '80s and we can even kick it in the '70s a little bit.
Right.
But I'm a R&B head at core.
Right.
I hate it. I hate music today, and a lot of people may not even want to listen to me anymore after I say what I'm about to say. But I mean this wholeheartedly.
Okay.
I am not a fan of Drake being labeled as an R&B and hip hop artist. I hate that.
Yeah.
Why?
Because Drake wouldn't last in the 90s. Let me tell you something about 90s singers. We had R. Kelly.
Yeah.
We had Casey and JoJo.
Yeah.
Also Jodeci.
Yeah.
Drew Hill.
Cisco. As much as they want to clown him now for the lit memes and stuff that's going on.
Look at the kids. What?
Yeah, like we had
kids?
I'm saying look at the kids. They probably look like who?
we had real vocalists. You know, real vocalists
Yeah, for
that
sure.
sang
Yeah.
and put power
Yeah.
into what they were singing.
For
Like
sure.
you felt what they were singing.
Yeah. Right.
Like I say, I'm not a fan of what R. Kelly did at all.
Right.
But I cannot deny that he had a talent.
Yeah.
And his music spoke for itself.
Right.
And y'all calling Drake an R&B artist?
Yeah.
That man wouldn't have, I don't care if he
Right, yeah.
whatever melody he sings in, that's not R&B, homeboy.
Nah, it ain't.
And you would not have lasted in the 90s.
Right.
They would have looked at you and laughed the moment you came to audition for that label.
Right.
But you don't think the genre evolves? Meaning
Yeah,
that,
music
like,
evolves over time.
Right.
It's one of the things
Yeah.
that we
So-
can't expect.
So you can't. It's just like with sports. Like it's the same argument that people try to do with LeBron and with MJ.
Kobe.
Oh, LeBron wouldn't have lasted in MJ's era. It's like but it's two different eras for a reason.
I think it's what he trying to say is more watered down.
It's so
type thing.
easy now. Like they had work and dedication to get to where they are. All these artists do now, and I'm gonna still go back to that Drake part, but all these artists have to do now is post a TikTok of them doing whatever it is, and a label's gonna pick them up based off of that alone.
But we're talking about Drake. We're
Okay,
not.
I'm gonna definitely go
Who's
back
on
to
a
him.
different stratosphere when it comes to that?
Yeah, but he ain't R&B though.
He's not R&B. They try to label him as
But
R&B and
how,
hip hop,
though?
and I don't even like labeling him as hip
How?
hop.
I think what it is.
I think he's an evolved version of R&B.
Nah.
I think so.
No,
I think so. Yeah.
No.
No.
Let me
I
say
think so.
something.
I think he in
all of those names,
R&B ain't his category.
all of those.
I don't
What he
know.
does. This is what he does. This is
R&B
what-
not always love.
No, but no, it don't have to be love.
Yeah,
no.
I'm talking about the melodic sound.
Yeah.
He's able to get on a microphone and he's able to do something that makes people want to listen to him. But I'm saying he would not have lasted when the real, raw, true emotional appeal talent using your vocal cords. using your vocal
without
cords.
auto tune.
I can be Drake right now. What effort?
That's Drake singing right
did
now.
that sound
Yeah,
like
that's
a-
Drake singing
What
right now.
Damn, that just
effort?
sounded
But
just
that ain't
like
That ain't
that.
R&B though.
What effort did I? What talent did I produce
But-
besides mimic?
Yeah.
But maybe I don't need extreme talent. Maybe I just need to feel.
And your question that you asked
to
me was what I
feel
think
something.
about it.
Yeah.
I just need to feel, and I feel Drake music. I don't need somebody
Nah, that ain't R&B
singing me
though.
down to the ground.
R&B make you feel a way.
You have
I
to
don't
feel.
need that. I just need to feel a way. I don't
You
need-
you may like what he says, which is why people have poetry and they do things like that. Like you may like his words, you may maybe to
I like the
resonate-
way he puts it on the track.
Okay, I mean,
but
and
that's
it's
not
to each
R&B
his
though.
own. It's to each his own.
I can't have sex with no Drake, bro.
What?
It's like it's
Nah,
to each his own. I'm like,
Nah, bro.
like
What?
What song you,
Bro,
What songs he got that you could really, you know what I'm saying?
Do your thing too, bro. Bria's interlude for sure. Bria interlude, you could do your thing to that.
let me ask you this. You answered that question, right?
you're
I'm gonna
about
ask
to
you-
break.
I want to go
Let's
to
see
that.
real
I want to
quick.
go to that. You like Bria's interlude because of what Drake is doing or because of the producing sound?
All of it. That's my thing. It's all of it. It's the way it makes me feel.
You like
it's
the
what
sound
he's
of
saying, and it's the how on the it's the track, the melodies, and what he's saying. Like I really relate to
Is
what
it-
he's
is it
saying.
melody? Do we
I
really do
relate to
that?
what he's saying.
Drake
And
Drake
it
is
sounds good.
a melodic artist. I'm not gonna take that
Okay.
away from him, which is why I was able to mimic it. He's too melodic. He's very easy to portray.
Right.
Like he does not like when I do sing, by the way, let me put that out there. I do sing for real.
Okay.
And I like having a challenge like Whitney Houston, where when I'm trying to sing, I want to sound like that.
Right.
I see what you're
I
saying.
should not
Yeah.
be able to sit here
And
I see what you're saying
play
now.
and
Yeah.
do Drake perfectly.
I see what you're saying.
Right.
Now.
You know what I'm saying? Like it may not
like you can't
perfectly.
play and do Whitney.
I can't
perfect.
do that. I can't do that.
I see exactly what you're saying.
You
now.
know, like it's
Yeah.
it's an aspiration piece.
Right.
When you are a real
I
singer.
see what you're saying.
Drake has no singing aspirations whatsoever.
Yeah.
Because it's too easy.
It's too easy. It can be played with. It's nothing there. It's nothing there.
Well,
like a plain bag of chips.
vocally, maybe not, but
That's the point
but
that I brought
everything
up.
else is
Like
there. Everything else, at least to me,
I don't know. I don't listen to Drake like that.
at least to me.
I brought up Drake because I know that Drake is a very large artist.
Right,
He's
yeah,
very
yeah,
popular. A lot of people
Right.
love him and
I
listen
love
to
him.
him.
I love
He's
Drake.
one of the top charting
Right.
artists of our time. And that's why I brought him up.
So today, who is your R&B go to for today's music?
What's this guy name? The one guy.
I don't have one.
No,
I don't
not
have
a female either.
No.
Not Summer Walker.
listen-
None of that.
Nope. Like I
SZA?
just because like I hear their songs and I'll listen to them.
Right.
They're not go-tos.
Nah.
You'll never see me just type in their names.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Early 2000s is the latest that it went. for
Okay,
me.
so 2000. Who?
You know, homegirl Sierra. And it ain't
Sierra?
because of, and I'm going to tell you
Sierra?
why. I'm finna tell
Sierra
you
is
why.
a girl like-
I'm finna tell you why.
Number one fan.
I'm finna
Okay,
tell you why.
okay.
See, I love singers, yes.
Right.
But I love Sierra as an artist.
Oh, okay.
Like I love her artistry. I love her poise. I love
Right.
how she represents herself. I love her dance skill. I personally like her low soft tone sound. I like that.
Right.
I love her look. I love her sex appeal. I love how she speaks to the camera, how she acts in interviews.
Right.
Like I love her as an artist. She's a well-rounded artist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's why I give her that credit.
Right.
I love her on stage. She performs down. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
love that. And then people say, how do you love Sierra and then say in the same sentence that you love Whitney Houston? Whitney Houston is not my favorite artist. Whitney Houston is my favorite vocalist.
Right, okay.
I love Whitney Houston's voice. I love how she plays vocally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I love that about her. I will listen to Whitney Houston sing all day long.
Right.
But I don't want to listen to a whole Whitney Houston album.
Right, I feel you. I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like she's my favorite vocalist.
Okay.
I got what you're saying. I think
Sierra's my favorite artist.
Right. What you think about Beyonce then? Because everybody be on Beyonce too. Is that
they be on
is
the
that-
tail.
is
And me and my best friend Bria, as I brought her up before, she's Beyonce. She's a Beyonce fan.
Beehive.
And I'm a Sierra
Can
fan.
I just say this about Beyonce? Like, just recently, and I'm gonna try to make it quick. Just recently, I heard like the end of one of her songs. I think it was her Renaissance song that was like based on her tour Renaissance. I don't know if she got a song Renaissance, but at the end of this song, she was just really speaking to women and women empowerment, and it was just so fucking beautiful. I'm like, listen to fucking Beyonce really, really like speak to these women, and I'm like, damn, this must be why like women really be going crazy over her. Is that the reason why? Like, cause females go crazy over Beyonce.
I don't know. I don't think that's specifically the reason why. I'm sure that she has a core fan group that does appreciate that about her.
Yeah.
But Beyonce is very talented, and as much as I don't really care,
You think so?
Yeah, I think Beyonce's talented. As much as I don't really care about her as an artist, I know that she is an artist.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that she's very talented and a hard worker, and I know that she does great at what she does. Even when I do see that she's stolen some things or mimicked
Right.
some things from outside parties or people from other countries and differences,
Yeah.
I've seen all of that. But I'm not going to deny the fact that Beyonce can sing, and Beyonce is a great performer.
Right. Okay. Hey, look. If am I tripping? Do you think Kelly Rowland was better than her?
No.
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 You don't think
And
so?
Kelly Rowland is my Aquarius sister.
You don't think so?
Nope.
I always felt like
Nope.
that.
I feel like Kelly Rowland failed us.
Yeah.
I say it all the time. I say, how do you be in an industry
Mm-hmm.
for 30 plus years
Right.
and where you are as an artist, which is nowhere?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Kelly Rowland, people don't even know. Kelly Rowland came out with her album before everybody in Destiny Child.
Oh, for
She
real?
was the first one to go solo. The Train on the Track song came out like nobody cared. You know what I'm saying?
Why you think it's that?
Because Kelly doesn't have the drive. I don't know if you ever heard a song called Dirty Laundry. She has a song called Dirty Laundry where she literally admits to being jealous of Beyonce.
Oh damn.
Literally, she said when my sister was on stage, killing it like a motherfucker, I was enraged, feeling it like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
Like
right.
she explained it.
Right.
And I just feel like for you to have been side by side with a hardworking woman as Beyonce,
Right.
It shouldn't even be a Rihanna up next. It should be a Kelly Rowland up
Right,
next.
yeah, for sure.
But because you don't have that same drive, and Kelly Rowland can dance, she's beautiful, like, and she can sing too. She just don't have it.
So vocally between her and
Who?
Sierra.
Who?
Beyonce and Sierra.
Oh, Beyonce can sing better than Sierra for sure.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
Beyonce could definitely sing better than Sierra.
Okay, so look. All right, don't kill me though. All right, Fantasia and Beyonce. That's what I fuck with Fantasia.
Fantasia.
Yeah, she called. Am I?
Oh, wait.
I feel like
wait.
Fantasia.
Singing
be-
wise,
Wait,
that
wait,
is-
Man,
that
Fantasia
is
be.
tough.
Woo.
Fantasia, and I'm gonna say why. I feel Fantasia singing.
Yeah, me too.
I feel
Yeah,
it.
me too.
Like her rasp, her southern.
Yeah.
Was she from South Carolina, North Carolina? One of them.
Yeah.
Like that southern accent with
Right.
the rasp and
Yeah.
the power of
Yep.
this. Like some people say, she just be screaming. No, she's
Yeah,
singing.
she's singing, yeah.
That's singing.
Yeah.
Everybody don't sing the same
Right,
way.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Fantasia, I feel her. I have literally only felt Beyonce one time, and that was at Kobe Bryant funeral. I don't feel Beyonce.
Yeah, me either.
I just say that bitch can blow.
Yeah.
But I don't feel
Yeah,
her.
for sure.
I don't feel her.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not moved by her.
Right.
And like I say, like I grew up in a church and I sang in a choir for years.
Right.
So the gospel elements
Yeah.
of music is something that I look for.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hear Beyonce singing For Every Mountain
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Yep.
I Won't Complain. You know, the
Right,
gospel. I don't want to
right,
hear that.
right.
Fantasia.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let me give you one more hard one. Fantasia and Jennifer Hudson.
Woo! And what's funny about this? Like I told you, I was outside in the car for 25 minutes.
Yeah.
This is what me and my best friend Bria was talking about on the phone while I was
Oh,
outside.
for real?
Them two?
Literally, Fantasia and
Jennifer?
Jennifer Hudson. We were talking about the Color Purple.
Bro, I mean, in my
Because
head,
they both
bro.
sung a
I'm
song
telling
called.
you, bro.
They both sung a song called "I'm Here."
Yeah.
They both sung it.
Yeah.
In the Color Purple, Fantasia sung it, and for Oprah at the Kennedy Honors, Jennifer Hudson sung it.
okay.
So we were talking about those two songs. it's so hard for me to do this because I love them for different reasons.
Right.
Now, I don't know.
Come on, nah. You got. I ain't gonna do that. I'm trying to. Cause he a singer, but I'll be battling myself. You feel me?
Bro, he like, I he really just dropped.
Nah, you gotta give us some.
That's really hard.
I know.
That's really hard.
I know.
That is harder than him asking me about Chris Brown and Sierra.
Damn.
Because I love them both vocally.
All right.
Jennifer
But who's the best
Hudson-
dancer was my question.
Right, but I'm talking about the comparison. It's hard for me to choose.
okay.
Yeah.
They both exude power vocally
Right.
in different ways. You may not agree. I'm gonna say Jennifer Hudson, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
And this is so hard. This was hard for
Right,
me. Even
yeah,
though
yeah.
I answered faster than I did about Chris Brown and Sierra. This is hard for me because Jennifer Hudson has a range. I ain't never heard Fantasia hit
High notes. Right. Okay.
I ain't never heard it.
Right.
That's
I've never heard it either. Now you say
Jennifer
that.
Hudson can go high and she can go low. I never even heard Fantasia go low. I heard Fantasia sing how Fantasia sings,
Right.
which is singing,
Right.
no doubt.
Right.
Which is singing, no doubt. But Jennifer Hudson has a range and a power. Her lungs are suffering because she sings with so much power.
Right.
Fantasia screams, so her throat is suffering,
Yeah.
which it actually suffered for real, and they told her she wasn't gonna be able to sing anymore because she had to
Right.
have surgery.
Yeah.
So I wasn't even being funny right there. Now
Right.
it was like saying it made me remember that actually happened.
Yeah.
Her throat suffers. Jennifer Hudson has air that like it's
just blows.
Yeah.
it does that. Fantasia is ooh.
Yeah.
Jennifer Hudson says whoosh.
Yeah.
Yep.
The only reason why I asked you that is because Fantasia hit me a little bit more soully.
Yeah, she do.
It hit me
no,
more
I
soully.
agree. I agree.
Like for no
Jennifer
reason.
Hudson is gospel-y. Fantasia is soul.
Yeah. Like
yeah.
it be making me want to cry for no reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I asked.
Yeah. It's hard. It was hard.
Yeah.
It was hard. That was really hard.
Yeah.
For you to put me and my girls against each other.
Yeah, I fuck with it though. Yeah, that makes sense though.
Hey,
sure.
man, we're going to leave it there, man.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to wrap it up. I appreciate you again,
man.
Tonio. Like I said, please come back. Please. Because this was a good episode. I fuck with it.
man.
As long as I'm invited, I'll
Yeah.
be right in this chair.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you have any anything
Closing
you want,
remarks and statements.
anything you want to
anything
mention?
for the youth out there that they could,
Anything you
that
wanna
we
get
talked
off?
over or whatever for you?
anything we didn't bring up?
Not necessarily anything that we didn't bring up, but stop the killing.
For sure.
Stop the violence.
For sure.
I know that sounds so cliche. I know people say it all the time, but we gonna get old one day. And the examples that we have of the people that are supposed to take care of us when we get old are terrible. So imagine what their examples would be if they make it to get old.
For sure.
Think about that.
That's a fact.
That's it.
Yo, thanks
that's
again,
it,
man.
man.
I
Shit.
appreciate you,
He
man.
dropped the
I had a
mic on
good
that one.
ass conversation. This shit was dope. I ain't gonna
He
cap.
dropped the mic on
I ain't
that
gonna
one,
cap. I
man.
fuck with it. Yo, for sure.
Hey, we want to thank y'all, man, for tuning in to me and Cheat Codes.
Yes,
like
sir.
Always, like, share, subscribe.
Yeah. And leave a comment, man. Jennifer
comment,
Hudson
man.
or Fantasia.
Fantasia.
Shit. I'm team Fantasia. I ain't stopping.
Singing wise, but then on the dancing wise, you team Chris Brown and team Sierra on the dancing tip.
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
Who the better dancer? And man, like I always want to thank y'all, man. For I want to thank my bro Tonio for not only pulling up on us, but you pulled up on us in the dead of winter.
Yeah.
It was damn near like like a sleet storm. I don't know what the fuck to call it.
Yeah, I don't know.
but
Rain and
it was
snow,
snowing
goddamn,
and rain
yeah.
at the same time in the pitch black darkness to get from DeKalb. I come from DeKalb just like you, so I know what that drive was
Yeah.
like. Bro, know what that drive was like.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
He was making that trip to come and pick me up before
sure.
I was mobile.
Yeah.
So I just want to thank you, bro, for traversing the world to make this happen. I think it was dope. I think it was informational. I think it was motivational. I think we had some fun.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it was entertaining for sure. I think it was respectful. Absolutely, all our
Yeah.
shows are respectful.
All of that.
And one more thing before we leave is for the youth out there that want to talk to Tonio, or maybe you could teach them how to cut or give them the ways to do it.
want
How
that?
can
I'm
they
open.
how can they reach out to you again? Please give it to them.
Social media, Tonio Tony, TONI_O_TONI.
Yeah.
That's Give Me Cuss or Nothing at All. Or you can reach me, 773-484-0121.
There you go.
Texting is always appreciated.
Yeah,
There
for
you
sure.
go. And he's real serious and on his P's and Q's about his business.
In life, as you can see.
In life, man.
For sure.
So we want to thank you, man.
Thank you.
Can't thank you enough, bro.
Yeah.
Continue to fuck with us, man.
Yeah.
Naughty G, is there anything you want to get to the people?
Nah,
before we
man.
go?
Like I said, I'm very grateful that you came and shit. Conversation was dope, so I'm willing to do this whenever, bro.
All right,
for sure.
Well, it's one thing I would want to leave with everybody. It's quick. With it being the end of the year, with it being like the new year and the holiday season, whatever.
Oh, damn, you
man.
might be our New Year's episode.
Yeah, you might be.
You might
dropping a New
So
Year.
shit, fucking Happy New Year.
Nah. Well, damn near, yeah.
Yeah,
actually.
shit.
Yeah, this might be
That
our
might
last,
be, right? That's
our
what I'm
last
saying.
one before the
for
new
the
year.
New Year, bro.
But that goes back to what I was kind of saying, like with just in general, man. Just I want people just to do two things. I want people to definitely reflect, just look back on this year,
Yeah.
and look at the things you did right, look at the things you probably did wrong, and take some time to not be judgmental of yourself, but to just learn and to get better and to continue
Of
your
yourself and others.
Right,
Sure.
you know what I'm saying? Just continue to evolve and get better and become a better person, because I think that's the ultimate goal with this whole life thing, is for us to get closer to God, not in terms of like life and death, but in terms of your development while you have this life before you meet death. So you gotta get closer to God in terms of your perfection.
For sure.
So just and I think you only can do that when you take the time to sit down and reflect and put everything into perspective, and you be honest with yourself. And then you take that information and then you flip it on its head and make goals out of it. So, for an example, if one of the things that I didn't really like so much about my year or how I lived this year, it might be, for example, like I want to slow down drinking. Like I found myself spending too much money drinking, or found myself in some fucked up situations because of drinking. Then that's going to be my goal for next year, in terms of like, okay, I want to actually be specific with how much I drink and make sure that I cut down on the amount or whatever it is, right? Or like I say, if it's something that's good that you did, right? You started a business, or you increased your income, or you got a new job, or whatever it may be, you found love and happiness. I want you to reflect on that and to remember how you accomplished that, and to stay reminded of how you got it, because you're going to continue to need that and to do that in order to keep it. So just take some time to reflect is one. And the second thing, I always preach it, which is just to love on your people, love yourself, and take care of yourself, because without taking care of yourself, there's no way you can be here for your people. You won't be able to be here for yourself. So love on yourself, love on your people, man, and stay thankful, stay grateful. And like always, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in.